Aries, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So, welcome, Aries. Happy birthday to you late, Aries, but never too late, of course. Happy birthday to you. Because after the 19th, it's going to be Taurus season. So, we're closing out your season now. Hope it was good. And it's going to be go out with a bang, I guess you could say. So already adapt that attitude, that fiery, beautiful Aries energy of let's do this. Keep moving forward. Stay focused. Okay. So let's talk about the astrology. April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving out of Pisces because it retrograded. It retrograded in Pisces, and then it moved forward and went to Aries. And then it retrograded its ass right back out of Aries. So now Mercury is moving into your sign. So again, a great time for you to communicate, a great time for you to plan, put things forward, and it kind of lines up with the energy that's coming along the next couple days. On the 18th, your ruler, Mars, is moving into Leo. So a fellow fire sign could be a little bit dramatic in your actions, be a little bit more careful. I want you to close out this month basically with a newfound love for life and just shining as brightly as the sun and letting that motivate you, and let's not have personality or ego get in the way of that. Keep it in check. Because Mars just moves forward just like you. So you've got that Leo energy that adds some drama to it. So have fun. That's the big thing with Mars and Leo is have fun. Okay? Lots of things could speed up. And then on the 19th, the sun finally moves out of your sign, Aries, into Taurus. So the energy is shifting here, but it's giving you this kick of, all right, let's get motivated. Let's do things. Could open up to more money. Open up to feeling good about yourself. That's the big thing for this week because it will set all of April, the rest of April, end of May. So be aware of that. So Mercury's moving into your sign. Great for communication. Great for planning, getting things done. The thing is that there's so much fire that it could just burn really too bright. Okay. Kind of like how the freaking weekend videos were, where the sun was shining through so much it was washing out the picture here. Think of that analogy. Go back and watch the freaking weekend if you haven't. Okay. So interesting end to your season, but nevertheless, it could be very productive for you, and just feeling good. The 20th is Easter here in the United States. So, spending time with family and friends, enjoying it, being excited about it, not letting egos get in the way, great energy, Aries. So I guess soak it all in. Soak it all in. Feet on the ground, of course, but just have fun. I guess that's the message for this week for you, especially for you. Okay. Aries, before we start the tarot, we just did the astrology. Let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Archangel Michael deck. So we're talking about the archangels here. All right. Let's see. What do we got? Ooh, Archangel Michael is with you now. Excellent. Even though you can't see it, Archangel Michael is actively working on this situation for you. He is here and he's helping you. All right. Let's get some elaboration on that, shall we? The number 3, that might be significant this week for you. So, in this moment, Archangel Michael is helping you to accomplish what you asked about. Archangel Michael is in communication with guardian angels and with his archangel, brothers and sisters, Jesus, and with Source, and of course with Jesus. We are coordinating our efforts on your behalf. Take a deep breath and try to let your worries on this topic fade away. Okay, so that's already a message of, again, take a deep breath. It's on. Keep moving forward. There is no need for you to pause your plans. You can't make that shit up. You can continue to move forward with confidence and in peace. That is the message for you this week, Aries. The astrology sets it up, and so does this message. I fucking love that for you. All right? If you do feel a need to take a break or rest, however, this is a perfect time to do so. Your guardian angel team will make sure that things energetically continue to move in the right direction. Remember, Archangel Michael's sword of light is always available to you to remove any blocks on your path. Know in your heart that all is going to be okay. As always, you can ask for assistance at any time. And if you need a sign that he's with you, you can ask for that too. All right. I love that. Keep moving forward, knowing that you are safe, guided, and protected. All right. I'm digging that, Aries. I'm really digging that. So, your team of angels is here to help you. So don't stress out. This is an excellent opportunity to, again, with your feet on the ground, really enjoy this week and setting up for the month, too. I keep saying that, for the month. All right, is that it? Yep, those all came out just like that. Look at that. And this is great energy. This is great energy. How do we even set this up? Well, wait, there's a specific way here. Okay. I think that's it, Aries. That's it. I had to open up and do things a little bit differently because, I do things linear. It's past, present, future. What we need to work on, what we need to embrace, the outcome. For this is a little different. The outcome is right here with the Chariot. That means swift movement and success. You could say that is definitely Mars moving into Leo. Boom. A lot of drama. Okay? Now, how can we achieve this? I have 3 cards for you, major cards. Now, when I see an abundance of major cards and overabundance of major cards in a reading, in a spread like this, short and simple, that tells me that this is a big deal. And the big deal here, Aries, is to focus on success. And just to, again, the message since the beginning of this reading has been simply keep moving forward. Okay? Now, there's ways on how to do it. There isn't a before or after or past or present. This is part of and parcel. Both of these contribute to the success here. Okay. I love the way that they set this up for me because at first I didn't know where I was going with this. So let's look at it. Okay. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician here. Okay. And I find it funny that there's 2 queens here. So there's, intuitive energy here, trusting your gut, birthing something of some sort also, an idea, a project, something like that. It's go time. But the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician is, in order to manifest anything in your life with the Magician here and to realize that you do, you have to believe you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And the Queen of Pentacles is knowing, eyes closed, trusting, I've got this, especially when it comes to finances. So you can be successful by manifesting prosperity and security this week. Okay? But it's feet on the ground approach. Again, the sun is moving into Taurus, and this is a very Taurus card. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, now, the other side of the coin is you are strong enough with the Leo card here, and this is Mars basically moving into Leo here. And it's the Queen of Wands, which is all about embracing change and being excited about it, being enthusiastic, that passion, that drive. It's evident. We just want to rein it in a little bit. You know what I mean? I like it. I like it a lot. It's embracing change. You're strong enough, because I think some of this is changing the way that you do things, so maybe that's what it is. With that full moon in Libra, could still be reeling from that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get some oracles and let's see what else your guides have to add to this, if they do at all. Okay. Quite a few. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. All right. I like this, how this really is elaborating on things. Obstacles and challenges. Let's not focus on those. We know that we've had those, okay? But let's not turn our back on opportunities here. It's about being positive, really. Firm foundation, feet on the ground. Again, clarification, that mountain can't stand without a firm foundation. May have something to say, because that came out of nowhere. Allowing the universe to help you create with the magician. Again, being aware that all you have to do is ask, and you shall receive. And accelerated motion. There is definitely communication coming in. Maybe you communicating, but there's definite signs of that. Excellent. Not too bad. Also, moving towards success. Because it's all about you focusing on success with the Chariot. Okay? Just a feet on the ground approach is needed. That's all. And I think it'd be fantastic, actually. Okay? Clear on that? All right. Let's look at love. I went to go grab the other oracle, and they're like, nope, that needs to be clear enough for Aries to see it. Interesting. The way that the messages come through like that, because I'm so used, because I'm in a routine. So, I'm done with one deck, grab the other, unless I'm told, Usually I love to just throw the oracles at it and everything, but sometimes the message just needs to be as clear, as cut like that, no cards stacked on top of each other. But we're going to move on to love. So let's see. Let's see what's going on with the relationships. Just like that. Just spat all these cards out. All right. Yeah. Yeah. And lots of fours here. Check this out. The Four of Swords. You need some rest. Maybe some of you, again, like that message that Archangel Michael said, is that if you need a rest, take a break. Another four. Four of Cups, again, is don't turn your back on opportunities here. See, you're looking at shoulda, woulda, coulda, those 3 cups. The arms across, the legs across, indicating that you are not open to receive what's in front of your face. You're not even looking at it. You're looking down at this. It's time to put that to rest. Pay attention to 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. Interesting. Oh, but it gets better. The Hermit. Maybe some of you just need to kind of like go back to the drawing board and kind of like, trust your inner wisdom or something here. There's almost like a spiritual lesson that needs to be learned too. The Knight of Cups, an offer comes in with love. I'll tell you, there's communication coming in here big time. And 6 of Wands is victory and success again. That victory ride. The Chariot riding towards victory. You're moving towards something here. Use your inner wisdom at this time, too. The 2 Queens also say it's an intuitive time for you. So trust your gut. Trust your angels. Trust the messages that are being told to you. See what I'm saying? All right, let's get some messages of love. I like this reading. I really do. Let's get some messages of love, and let's see what's going on here for you, Aries. Release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, it's putting things to rest. Leap of faith. It's safe to make the move you're considering. That's a lot of what this is, that Queen of Wands is saying, just take that leap. The crown chakra, open up. Let the universe guide you. The offer is being made. Anything else for Aries? For messages for love? of love. Messages of love. More messages. Mastery, you've learned the spiritual lesson. Again, there's a spiritual undertone to this. Healing, old wounds and childhood issues may need some revisiting here or putting some of that stuff to rest finally. You got to go within. And integrity, does this situation align with your values and morals? You got to ask yourself that. And if it's not, put things to rest. You know, the fours are important here. But definitely check this message out. I mean, this is things moving forward, being practical, using your inner strength, accepting change, opening up to change, releasing and healing the obstacles that keep you from getting what you want. Okay? Closing message. Open up. Aries, you're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls, and trust that what they want is best for you. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. So maybe that's the change some of you need to do, is open up and be successful about it. You know, ask for help. You're being asked to request help from another. When I coughed, I think that's where that came in. You don't need to deal with this issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, Aries, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. So do that today. Okay? Communication definitely will improve here. An offer will come, or you will make an offer. Do not turn your back on opportunities this week. Okay? But it's time to just keep going. Everybody, the universe, your angels and your guides have got your back, including you. All right, Aries, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend, your vibe update for the weekend is posted on Wednesdays. And I'm also available for personal readings in person and online. You can check all that out by clicking the link in the description, and it'll bring you to my booking page, and I will hook you up. And don't forget, if you haven't joined the Vibe Tribe, okay, I'm going to be adding more features to your membership, so go ahead and get in on that too. Exclusive videos are going to be coming down the pipe, baby. It's summertime, and Jeffy's ready to roll. All right, Aries, you have, speaking about rolling, roll this week. Roll towards success, and you will do this and open up to all the possibilities that are out there, Aries, and you don't have to do it alone. All right, you have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Taurus, welcome. It's Jeff here from Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. Yes, sir. And this one is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So welcome, Taurus. We've got some good news this week. Want to hear it? Okay. Let's get to the astrology, because that's where the good news is at. On April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving back into Aries. It's been bouncing back, because it's been retrograde, into Aries, out of Aries, into Aries, out of Aries. Well, now it's back into Aries, moving forward for the remainder, I guess, I suppose. So that means making things happen with communication, making ideas happen. This is the time things really start to feel like they're moving forward, because Mercury was just coming out of retrograde last week, actually this weekend, and now you're going to start seeing it moving forward. Okay, with Aries, the first sign of the Zodiac, that spring rush. And then on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, sex, passion, drive, anger, war, motion, fast motion, is moving into the sign of Leo. Wow. Could be challenging for you because Leo is square Taurus and Taurus is square Leo, always, always, always. So when there's a planet in Leo, it could be square something of yours, because if you're a Taurus, that means that your sun is there. So let's be careful with our actions, Could come for some Tauruses earlier. But May 18th is when Mars moves into Leo. And you just want to, I guess, not be so, I don't know. How can I put this? Extra. Let's not be extra. Let's not be dramatic about it. Let's just move forward. There's a huge message of moving forward in all this energy, okay? But let's not do it. Leo can have its ego and arrogance and drama to everything. Doesn't need to be, but you can take action and have fun. You know what I mean? Could be a good time to have fun, but just be careful. Watch where you're going. Watch your driving, all of that. Okay. Now, April 19th, the sun moves into your sign. That's right. Happy birthday for you, Tauruses. The 19th, the sun moves into Taurus. Interesting. I don't think that's, you know what? Yeah, the 19th. Sometimes it goes, sometimes I couldn't figure if it was the 19th or the 20th. Sometimes it fluctuates depending on the year, but the sun is moving into Taurus on the 19th. So, very good. We're coming out of fire energy, make things happen, to a down to earth energy, being practical about things. Okay? So, that's the astrology, but it's Taurus, it's your season. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Let's get to work on that, shall we? So happy birthday to you early Tauruses, and to all of you Tauruses, actually. It's your season. So use this season. Take action, okay? Maybe a little challenging, but that's okay. Sometimes there needs to be a little resistance or, breaking through the ground so our seed can grow, okay? So that's the astrology for the week. Let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle. Damn it. They wanted me to keep this card that fell on it. As soon as I picked it up from the ground, they said to keep it. And look at that. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. Okay. Let's elaborate on that, shall we? 29. Even awakened spiritual souls who pay close attention to signs can sometimes get confused. When little problems repeatedly seem to get in your way, you might start to wonder if the divine message is that your plan is incorrect and you need to make changes. This is not the case, however, Taurus. You're not wrong. You're just having a bumpy start. Continue to pay attention to any obstacles to see if minor changes to your plan might help, but stay on course no matter what. If you can, laugh at slight setbacks so you can keep things in perspective. That's the thing about Mars moving into Leo, is have a sense of humor of this. Have fun, okay? The universe is not trying to tell you to give up. It's just a temporary rough patch. Keep moving forward and know that the sword of light will illuminate the way past any apparent roadblocks. Trust that all will be well. All is well. Stay the course, Taurus. That's the message for this week. I like it. I'll take it. You should too. Stay the course. All right. So, and the sun moving into Taurus, not only is it your season, it's a good time to get things started. It's like really start to see the fruits of your labor start to already pay off. You put in the hard work for it. You make the plan with Aries, and then you make it happen with Taurus. Okay. Now, let's get the vibe for you, Taurus. So thank you for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Where'd that card go? All the way over there. Not a problem. We'll get it. Anything else for Taurus for this week? Okay. Let me go grab that card. Okay. All right. And this looks kind of like already what the message was saying was stay the course. Things may look bumpy here, but I'm telling you, I have a feeling things are moving forward here. And they sure the fuck are. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so, all right, we may have some problems here in relationships, okay? Three of Swords is showing some heartache, some break here, something going on. The Hermit is maybe you need to isolate yourself. Maybe you're time apart from your partner, whatever it is here. But it's probably also saying trust your inner wisdom on this one. Now, what we need to embrace is in the middle here with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is moving forward, of course, very good. Planning on moving forward, releasing your burdens, lighten the load a little bit. Tauruses can be kind of pack rats, you know. Release the burden. You can move a lot faster. How? Speaking your truth, cutting your cords to the past, letting that heartache and all of whatever this is, let it go. Time to let it go. That's how you move forward because you're creating your reality. And I think you're realizing that this don't work for you. So staying the course and moving forward pays off with the Lovers and the Chariot here. That's success. Even when the relationship is kind of bumpy here, you know, stay the course. It's just been a little bumpy. There it is. Interesting. Really interesting, Taurus. Not dull, that's for sure. Starting out your season here. But it looks like, you know, moving on, releasing some of our burdens, good. It'll pay off. It'll be very successful. Yeah, look at that, sacral. There's a huge message here, underlying message, if you will, to find some joy in your life. If you're not having fun, you're fucking up. You know what I mean? Firm foundation, feet on the ground, Sun and Taurus. That mountain can't stand without a firm foundation. Remember that. Feet on the ground, a material harvest. Again, we change the way that we look at things here and have a sense of humor about it. Release childhood traumas, anything like that. It really pays off here. 3, 6, 9, you're manifesting. I'll take it. All right? Let's get some oracles. More oracles. And see what else they add to this. What else do we have for Taurus for this pivotal week? I would say it's pivotal. These major energy shifts are intriguing, to say the least. Okay, so it's time to let that go. You know, and the little child can show, again, with the orange here, reiterating the childhood issues, the childhood trauma that we may be releasing. It's win or lose. That's the attitude you got to take this week. That gives that firm foundation, that Queen of Swords energy, no more, creating the reality you want and blossoming with the Judgment card, which is setting yourself free. And this is what you should be doing right now, is blossoming. And when you focus on that, Taurus, you do that. You know what I mean? You know, when you feel hopeless and helpless and hopeless, well, you continue to feel that way. You continue to experience that reality. If you take that winning attitude instead of losing and release that trauma, holy shit, does it feel good? Now, let's get some love for you, shall we? Let's see, what do we got for love for Taurus for this week? We got the Lovers here. What do we got going on? Anything else? I feel like there's one more in there for you. There it is. Okay, Jesus. All right, well, again, it's been bumpy. It's been rough. Yes, it has definitely been that. Is it because of the past? Is this a past relationship? When are we going to let this go? Trust your intuition. I'm pretty sure it's trying to tell you that now. You know what I mean? Knight of Pentacles, an offer comes in, slow and steady on this whole relationship thing. You know, I'm telling you, you really just need to let go. This looks like holding grudges in the world. There could be traveling involved this week too, making plans to travel, involving a fellow Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius also. The World card, ending a cycle here. Especially when it comes to relationships, I'm thinking it's old patterns. that you carry from childhood. Maybe it's something that we need to realize. Oh my God, I act the same way my mother did with relationships. That's not the way relationships are supposed to go. No wonder this is kind of fucking going in circles. I'm realizing that I don't need this. And that love isn't what I thought as a child. Boom. Cycle complete. Healing begun. Something to that nature. Or one of them dirtbag Daryls have come back into your life. Jesus is Lord. We don't need that. All right. Let's get some messages of love. Let's see what we got. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. You may be in denial of that. No. My mother had good relationships. My mother and father had good relationships. Did they? Were you there 24 hours a day watching this whole thing unfold? Or was it your perception? You know? But the thing is that even though things have been kind of rough, it's really time to just have fun. And to, don't forget, life is joyful. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. And I hope that's you. I hope it's the other person too. Maybe you're both going through that and it gets a little rough, Lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Well, someone's awakening the spiritual lesson. There's something here. Something here. Stay the course, though. Remember, you create your reality. What are you creating? Let go of the past here. There's a big thing about letting go of the past with the Six of Cups. And open up to it, It feels good over here. It feels kind of burdensome. All right, Taurus. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. Learn from your experiences and keep going. That's basically what the vibe is for this week. Let's get a closing message for you, shall we? What do we have to close this out for Taurus? Okay, pay attention. Taurus, you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you've been given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. Denial. These signs will help you see the best way to move forward in order to live your best life. Some of you may be in denial that some of this stuff has been devastating. We have selective memory when it comes to our childhoods. Maybe it's time to be aware of that. What am I doing here? Am I in denial of some things? Maybe time for you to wake up. But it's a winning attitude, and it'll be very successful for you. But this looks great. You have to open up and let this go. But pay attention to the signs that you've been given. I'm sure this isn't the first thing you've seen. All right, Taurus, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays. Hit the bell notification and I'll let you know when I do that. And personal readings are available. Yes, this is a general reading, but my in-person readings you will absolutely love. I'm doing in-person and online. You can go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. And don't forget, join the Vibe Tribe. Join a great group of like-minded individuals that keeps growing, and we'll have perks and all that stuff and special offers for you. It helps support the channel and me, and I appreciate it. Taurus, enjoy your week. Pay attention. Stay the course, and I will see you on the weekend. Gemini, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. Welcome, Gemini. Hope you're doing well. I'm giggling because my left ear is a little plugged up. I don't know. I had allergies when I was down in Texas or something. And when we were flying, my ear never popped back. So it feels like there's cotton stuffed in it. And sometimes I feel like I can't hear myself talk. So I was kind of laughing the way I said April, because I can't. I'm having a hard time hearing myself. But anyway, yeah, so welcome. You having any problems like that? I hope not, because it sucks. It's been like a week. Like, come on, man. Pop. Oh, I just tried to do it now. Oh, that's a little bit better. It'll probably, there it goes, right back to where it was before. A little plugged up. I'm just afraid to like make my ears pop, you know? Don't need that happening. My God. All right, Gemini, welcome. Always a pleasure, I'm sure. Let's get down to it. We've got 3 energy shifts going on this week. Okay, so let's talk about them. April 16th, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, moving back into Aries. So it's moving back into Aries. It's, it's been toggling back and forth between Pisces and Aries. Now it's on a full forward trajectory through Aries, fire sign. Okay, so communications can be initiated, projects started. Okay. Now on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, aggression, energy, passion, the red car speeding down the highway, that's the way I look at Mars, is moving into another fire sign, Leo. Now, we had this earlier in the year, and that brings in the passion. You know what I mean? You know, get some, want some, give some. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's make love, not war. That's basically what that is, Mars and Leo. But it can be a little extra, so just be aware of that. It's also around the time that everybody may be traveling around the holidays, so take it easy. Watch other people's driving. It can be very aggressive, be very dramatic. You know what I mean? So, but Leo sits good in Mars sits good in Leo. So, and then on the 19th, so that's a big weekend right there. We have the sun moving into Taurus. Okay, so it's a good time. Sun in Taurus is a good time to really start projects, to really get things going. Feet on the ground approach, of course. And it's the season of grounding, the season of Taurus. So that's the energy for the week there. It's boom, boom, boom. And then it's Easter, yay. So pretty cool. Again, things moving forward. It's time for action, but with a practical approach. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that's the energy. Now let's get the vibe. We are going to get a message from your guides and angels, specifically Archangel Michael. This is the Sword of Light Oracle. So let's see what we got for you, Gemini. There it is. Boom. Deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. Okay. Let's dive into that, shall we? So again, all that, fire energy may be pushing you to, let's go, let's go, let's go. But maybe there needs to be some revisions there, Of course, we've just come out of a retrograde with all of that. So again, not time to fully go forward yet. Being a little bit more practical with your planning, okay? Your current plan is not as good as it could be. The details might need to be thought through again, or maybe you just haven't gotten around to the finer points and the time to do so is now. If it feels as though there are roadblocks on your path right now, then either your overall plan needs to be overhauled or the way you're trying to implement the big picture isn't working in your favor. So if you're thinking of becoming self-employed, you should consider different timing, okay? Be aware of that. Remember that the divine wants you to live a life of joy. It's possible what you think you would give you joy is incorrect, or there may be more joy available if your plans were to change. Ask your guardian angels for signs and messages indicating what to do next. In particular, ask for insights into whether the problem is in the details or if the big picture is flawed. Archangel Michael will send you information to guide you in a new direction. Okay. So, deeper insights are at hand for you this week. All right? There, that energy is coming out of that retrograde. Maybe the plans were already revised at that time, and now it's about the timing of the situation. So just be aware of that, Gemini, okay? Because the devil is always in the details. And you're very detail orientated, so this ought to work in your favor. Let's hope it does. All right, let's get the vibe for the week. Let's see. What do we got for Gemini? Is that it? Yep. Okay. All right, that's how we go. Okay. All right, so major shift in energy here, just like the astrological weather that's happening alongside it. We have the Seven of Swords. This full moon may have illuminated things in your life, shed some light on some things. I don't want you to feel like you were robbed of any person, place, or thing. Don't want you to feel like that. The Five of Cups is wasting your energy. It's shoulda, woulda, coulda. Just dumping your energy down the drain when you could be really moving forward, because the Seven of Swords is kind of like a self-deceptive energy, okay? Or maybe there has been some deception around you. Let's not waste our energy on thinking of shoulda, woulda, coulda. In fact, what you need to embrace here is the Eight of Cups, walking away from the situation, emotionally withdrawing from it, because it is Cups, energy, emotions. Pulling the emotions out of it and just remedying the problem. The Seven of Pentacles is planting those seeds and nurturing, putting your energy into what pays off and not into what doesn't. Okay? Clear message there. Now, as you do that, Page of Pentacles brings in a message, but also it's a message of feet on the ground, okay? That Sun and Taurus energy, definitely. And the Six of Wands is victory. You have to take on a winning attitude, not a victim attitude, okay? Interesting. All right, let's get some oracles. Let's see what they add to this. So there's definitely something here that you could be wasting your energy on that you no longer need to. It's unnecessary, Gemini. So remember that and work on that. Again, only putting your energy into things that will pay off for you later. All right, let's get some oracles and see what they add to this energy for this week. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and hit that like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I would appreciate it, because I love doing this for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so don't be tempted to, again, there's a huge thing here about not wasting your energy and empowering yourself. Take your power back. Again, emotionally withdrawing from that will help. That will put things back into balance for you. And the Ace of Cups is an opportunity in love here, but there's also an opportunity for you for some self-care this week. Why not? You know? All right. Let's add some more. Let's get some messages from the Psychic Tarot for the heart. And then we'll segue into the relationships and love. There we go. Boom. Just like that. Okay. So we've got the crown chakra here. Allow the universe to inspire you. Again, not wasting your energy, putting your energy into things that pay off. You're being taught a lesson here to have faith. Of all things, have faith. And trust that where you're going next is right for you. A winning attitude. Absolutely. Trust the situation here. Don't let this deceive you. Interesting. And don't be foolish either. Not to see the messages that are being sent to you. Yeah, absolutely. Your guides are kind of trying to make you pay attention. Are you paying attention? Again, deeper insights are at hand for you this week. All right. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so this is definitely about a relationship, because look, we have the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Cups for the relationship issue. So, yeah, okay. Don't let that deceive you. In fact, put in the work. Another 8. Pay attention to 888. That's abundance. You're almost there. 888. That's abundance. The Empress, again, empowering yourself, and the Lovers. Okay, so there's a huge, don't give up on love. A lot of you Geminis, I have to tell you that. Do not give up on love. Have faith. Have faith. You just have to do a different approach to this. That's all that is. Wow. Really, guys. This is incredible. Wow. Boy, oh boy. That Mars and Leo, man, that's definitely coming through for you. Whew. Let's get some messages of love. Got a little heated there. Okay, all these messages of love are face down except for this one. New love or a recommitment to love is developing. And I'm coughing, so an apology can come in. Communication is key. Something's up. Boundaries, firm boundaries are needed now. Yeah, because I think for some of you, you let other people influence you and you let your thoughts influence you way too much, and it's all negative. No, 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 no. And leap of faith, it's safe to make the move you're considering. But some things need work. Again, a different approach. Okay? Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. That's definite here. But it's this. Are you going to let your thoughts talk you out of something that you firmly believe that you deserve? I hope not. You know? But this looks like good energy coming out of a temptation to not let people or yourself be deceived. Let people deceive you. You know what I'm saying? Like influence you. All right. Closing message. What do we got? Resolution. Absolutely. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved, Gemini. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, okay? So again, it's a different approach that needs to be taken here or will take place. But being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. So again, leap of faith. Have faith. Open up to love. Do not give up on love this week. And conquer that negative emotions, or people that influence you. But definitely relationships are a focus for you this week, Gemini. Okay. That's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays. Go ahead and check that out also. Really helps things out, especially with your week and the vibe and all of that. And personal readings are available in person and online. I will hook you up. All you got to do is click the link in the description, pick the reading and the date that you want and the time and all of that, and I will make it happen for you. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe, a ever-growing community of like-minded individuals who are vibing high and not giving two fucks. Join the Vibe Tribe. It's $4.99 a month, and I'm going to be offering a lot of perks this summer. A lot of behind-the-scene things. You're going to get videos that nobody else does. $4.99. Help support the channel and me. So join now, okay? All right, everybody. Gemini, have a great week. Resolution is on its way, and I will see you this weekend. Cancer, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So welcome, Cancer. Hope you're doing great. I hope your spring has sprung, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's springtime, baby. Or at least it's trying to be. But the winter is over. The sun will get warmer. Trust it. And pretty soon it will be your season. All right. Let's talk about the astrological weather, shall we? April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communications, is moving back into Aries. It retrograded in and out. It's doing a little dance, making a little love. And it's getting down tonight in Aries, and it's going to keep moving forward until the next retrograde process. I don't know when that is, like 3 months away. So you got time. Communications, move forward. Get things done. Aries is about getting things done, getting that momentum going. Speaking of momentum, April 18th, Mars, the planet of aggression, action, war, passion, the red car speeding down the highway there. That's Mars. That's moving forward. Again, a push, and it's moving into Leo, more fire sign energy. Pretty volatile. Mars in Leo can be extra. It can be dramatic. It can be, you know, lots of roaring going on, I would say. So let's chill that out. Hopefully, I always say Mars in Leo is have some fun, but be careful. There's be careful there because Mars is accident prone, or we could be so tuned into what we're doing that we're not paying attention to what's going on around us. You know what I mean? It's looking down, instead of looking up, watching where you're walking, that kind of thing. But I look at Mars and Leo as make love, not war. So, Mars does add that fiery passion to Leo. That's all you got to do is just, the wind's got to blow and Leo's down. You know what I mean? So with Mars in there, it's pretty steamy. And being a Leo, I can already feel that energy. I'm recording this on the 11th, so we're just about to experience this full moon. And a week later, that Mars energy is going to be moving into Leo, but it's inching closer and closer and closer to Leo. So I'm already feeling that drive, Maybe it's just the spring air just does that to me. So, get some, give some, give some, get some, want some, give some, get some, give some, get some. There's one more. Give some, get some. Okay. On the 19th, I'm not done with the astrology yet. On the 19th, the sun is going to be moving into Taurus. So now it's Taurus season. This is earth energy. It's good energy. It's feet on the ground. This fire energy with Mercury and Mars, we need that grounding energy. It's a great time to start projects, okay? Can be very fruitful for you, looking for a job, all that stuff, setting up a homestead. The sun in Taurus, okay? So a little feet on the ground, practical approach. This is when we start tilling the earth, getting ready to plant the seeds. If they haven't been planted already, this is when we put the sprouts in the ground. And they start to bloom. All right, let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle, Cancer. Oh, there it is. Just like that. Embrace your life purpose. I like that. Love that. Archangel Michael says, I am guiding you toward your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. Absolutely. And if you're doing something that doesn't allow you to be joyful, you're fucking up. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy, So let's get some deeper meaning into this, shall we? There are different ways in which confusion about what it is you've come to Earth to do can manifest. Some souls are puzzled about the specific form their life purpose should take, and to them, Archangel Michael can send signs, clues, and synchronicities. There are also people who know what they want their guiding mission to be, but they have dismissed it as not being realistic or possible. When you reject what your heart is telling you to do with your life, it's only natural that you would then be baffled as to your purpose. You have your dreams for a reason. They are signs meant to lead you on the right path for your souls and the world's evolution. Archangel Michael encourages you to look within and embrace your truth, then make it come alive with the help of all the angels at your disposal. However, if you experience detours or bumps in the road as you move forward with your plans, It's also important to explore those. It's possible that your dream was never meant to be realized, but instead to lead you somewhere even more amazing than you were anticipating. As always, Archangel Michael is with you the whole way, his sword of light pointing in the direction of your dreams. Damn. Pay attention to butterflies. Embrace your life purpose, Cancer. Damn. Pretty profound for a Friday night. It's not really a Friday night. It's like Friday afternoon, late afternoon. But yeah, it's time for you Cancers to go ahead and start embracing your life purpose. Follow your bliss. That's been my credo since I was a teenager. Follow your bliss. And with that Mars energy moving into Leo, that's a great time to invoke that energy, following your bliss. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. We got the vibe. Thanks so much for being here, Cancer. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get the vibe. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, just like that. Weird. I'm going to put that right in the middle there. That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so we have the message of embracing our life's purpose. Okay, Cancer? But here's what's going on. 5 of Swords. Worry is a wasted emotion. What is my life purpose? Why am I not in this? I mean, we're sitting in this kind of second guessing, I guess. 4 of Cups. Still ruminating about the past. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Not realizing. Do not pass up opportunities that are being presented to you here. The full moon. So something was going on here. That's the moon. That's you. So that leads to uncertainty. You know, I'm uncertain. And I'm really not paying attention to the opportunities present to me. Now, on the other side of this, the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups is messages coming in, opportunities. The Page of Wands to me, though, it's not so much getting your passion back. That's the Knight of Wands to me. It's getting your passion back, moving forward, you know. Hell yeah. Page of Wands is you're taking shit way too seriously. Life should be joyful. Again, you know, whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. You're taking life way too seriously. It creates worry, missed opportunities because you're not looking at them. You're not opening up to them, which leads you in a path of uncertainty. You have an opportunity here. You just need to rise to it. The King of Pentacles is like that Sun and Taurus energy. All the books behind him. Years of knowledge put in to this. You know better. You know what you want to do. You know what you're here to do. You know how to do it. This is a problem. And it's keeping you from embracing whatever is going on here. But I'm going to tell you something. When you surrender to this, holy shit, does it open up. So that's what we're going to do with the oracles. We're going to see what else adds to this, the steps that we need to take. You know, the message just said, the angels are with you. Just call on them. And I know it sounds, you know, it's a little too woo for me, but the fuck you watching a tarot reader on YouTube for then? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not being fluffy. It's the truth. You do have a guidance system with you at all times. Your emotions and energies. So we got some aces here now. A firm foundation and achievements, a focus on home, has to do with this. Having a winning attitude. With the Ace of Swords, there's a message coming in, maybe about a home that you've been, again, don't miss the opportunity. The sword is kind of pointing to this card like, don't pass up an opportunity here because you're uncertain. You're too much in your feels. In order for this to work out, you have to be open to the offer. There's the offer that's coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. You can't make this shit up. Prosperity begins. The Ace of Pentacles is being handed to you. The King of Pentacles knows when to take it. You know? Some bitch. I'm telling you. Let's add some more to it. Yeah, there's a big message of not passing up an opportunity this week. Interesting. I find it very interesting. There's some more oracles for us. Big thing is change your focus. That was the card that was showing. So whatever is going on here, it's telling you, let's change our focus. Sounds like a plan because you're in an excellent point to rebuild. Instead of, oh, this isn't where things were going. It's okay. You're meant to experience those. Observe how you're thinking. Observe that there's more perspectives than you're giving yourself here. Change your focus. And another ace. Are you kidding me? 3 aces. With Ace of Wands now. New vitality. Look, I switch those cards. New vitality. Excellent. Excellent. So it looks like new beginnings here when you, I don't know, something is stopping you. What could that be? It's just, I guess it's just too much in your head, you know? It just bums you out. And, you know, and I understand because you're such an emotional being. You know, you care deeply. And that's okay. But are you going to sit there and ruminate? You know, get all emo? What does it do? You know, I used to believe, you know, when I was writing songs and a big-time musician, well, I'm not saying big-time musician, but that's what I was pursuing as my life purpose as a 20-something know-it-all, Leo. But I always thought, well, you know, in order to write the best songs, man, I got to like really be in the feels, man. Like shit's got to go wrong, man. And that's not the way it goes. You know what I mean? I mean, it did at the moment, you know, because, you know, some shit that I really went through, some gems came out of them, you know, but, you know, you start to live that. And you don't want to live that. And I think that's kind of where you're at now, you know. In order for me to embrace my life purpose, I've just got to be like, you know, living off the streets and like, you know, sweeping cafes for pocket change or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, just fucking change your focus and go for it. You know, it's a perfect opportunity this week to do it. Hope that helps. All right. Yeah. It's time to walk away from that. Again, walk away from this is not serving you not one bit. The 4 of Pentacles is you're holding back still. You've got to fucking understand that and be aware of 444. So if you no longer hold back and you stop not allowing opportunities to come into your focus, you won't achieve this. But if you do, if you stop holding back and open up to opportunities, well, then it pays off with that 4. You see how these numbers link? And just don't like saying 444. Those 3 that are linked together say something, okay? And again, well, not again, but trust your intuition. That's how you change your focus. You know that your mentality is screwing this up. You have to realize that you are the magician in your life. Create some magic. Change your focus. That's where all these aces start coming into play. And Page of Wands, again, change is needed. Something or someone is coming in to offer change within a relationship, but this is also, you're taking your relationships way too seriously. Again, we know Cancer, that you are a feeling person. Oh, you just love, love, love. But the thing is that when it's not reciprocated because you build this fantasy of the way it's going to look, we sit in Shitsville. And when you don't need to do that anymore, there's an opportunity here to just go boldly, change your focus. And I don't care how. You don't ask who, what, where, when, or how. You don't. You just know that you're going to do it by hook or by crook and fucking do it. Anybody that has ever left a mark on civilization and humanity throughout time memoriam is they had this idea. They knew they wanted to do this. They didn't know how they were going to do it. They just said they were going to fucking do it. This is your moment. Okay? Let's get some messages of love. And that goes with relationships too. You know, it's the same principle. It's your vibration that's keeping you low. And then you're like, why? Because you put yourself there. So, you know, like, I used to kid around with my son. And I'd be like, you know, Josh, you can do this. You know, get some confidence, stupid. You know, just messing around, of course. But, you know, it's like, oh, everyone's got childhood trauma. Forgiveness. Yes. Forgiving yourself and another will help you move forward. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe that's all it takes is that right there. And then all of a sudden, look, boom, fate. This is a destined partnership. Maybe something you're creating. Definitely in the works here with all these aces. And twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. Now, you know, if you're not seeing this, it's probably because you need some forgiveness in your life. You know what I mean? Cancer, something's at work here. It's just a matter of you going, okay, let's do it. Instead of trying to figure it all out and trying to convince the universe of why, I don't know, it's counterproductive. That's exactly the message I'm getting. It's counterproductive and it's time to walk forward. It's like just coming out of the swamp. Like, yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. Hope that relates. Okay. And then boom, there's the ending message. Just popped right out like that. Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside, Cancer? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Okay. There we have it. 19 minutes. Holy shit. That could be what you're holding back from, what you're, feeling like you're stuck. You don't know what to say. I think you do. I think that if you trust your intuition and know that emotions can serve you, but they can also be your downfall sometimes in matters of the heart. But you're taking it way too seriously. Embrace life with joy and love. Say it to the universe. I'm ready. Because you can really make this happen. All right, Cancer, that's going to do it for this week. Whew. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesday. Gives you the vibe for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of course. An all-inclusive kind of energy update for the weekend. That's what we do here at Raise Your Vibration. And don't forget, I'm available for personal readings. So if you thought this was spot on, just imagine what it would be like if I was doing a reading for you in person or online. Click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe. Yes, join a beautiful collective of high-vibing motherfuckers as we are getting ready to change the world. Only $4.99, and I am going to be adding all kinds of shit that the regular average Joe that's out of the tribe wouldn't get. So do that today. All right. It's help supports the channel and me, of course, and I love you all. I hope you have a great week. Speak up, and I will see you on the weekend. Leo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So welcome, Leo. Hope you are feeling good. Hope you are vibing and thriving as you should. Oh wow, that rhymed. Cool. Probably couldn't do that again if I tried. How's it going, Leo? We got some interesting energy coming up for us this week. Never a dull moment, of course. So let's talk about it. I'd like to put the astrology out there first to kind of give us our cosmic forecast of what's going to happen and then go ahead and hit the tarot. So let's do this. April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, has been bouncing in and out of Pisces and Aries, and now it's moving because it's now moving direct. It's moving into Aries, fellow fire sign. So communications could be fiery, could be a good time to start initiating these negotiations and communicating and putting through new ideas and planning and all of that. Great week for that. So be aware. And then also April 18th, a couple days later, Mars, the planet of action, aggression, passion, drive, moves into Leo, our sign. So, and it was in Leo, and then it retrograded back into Cancer, and then is moving into Leo again now. So, lots of fire energy here. Mercury and Aries, Mars and Leo. We see this setting up. It's good energy, okay? However, it can go overboard. Mars and Leo is much. It's a lot, You're probably already feeling it, Maybe the libido is like out of fucking, the meter's just, the Kiwi meter, I guess. And I mean, it's yeah, and that's great. Every Leo, I think, needs that love and sexual, connection and output, or else you would just go nuts. You know what I mean? I'm sure you could agree, but it's going to be a little extra. So the only downside about that, the way that the energy can form up is, ego and that kind of thing, personality getting in the way. Let's be motivating and enthusiastic with our communications and not being so, condescending or I know more than you. It doesn't really have to be that way. I think the way that this energy is setting up with Mercury and Mars this week, Leo, is because there's a moving forward energy that needs to be harnessed. And take no prisoners, just do it with a smile on your face. And the next day, on the 19th, the sun moves out of Aries into Taurus, an earth sign. So, now that energy is kind of square our energy. Taurus and Leo are square each other on the natural order of the Zodiac. So be aware of that, But May is great because, the weather really starts to get nicer, hopefully. As I'm recording this, it's still fucking snowing here. And, that energy starts to, it's time to ground. But it's a good time, again, to start projects, to really get things going. It's, the sun moving into Taurus is also a great money-making time. So allow yourself that, Leo, if you haven't, okay? All right, let's get a message from your guides before we start the tarot. This is from the Archangel Michael Sword of Light deck. So let's get a message for us Leos for this week. What do we need to know? Okay. Increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Interesting. I've been on this kick lately. I've been revisiting all my old astrology books and going through all my class preparations to teach and all of that. I want to get back into increasing other people's knowledge by increasing mine, vice versa. Okay. So Leo, you've come into a time in your life when you need to increase your knowledge. This may be related to your career aspirations, your spiritual growth, or just a personal desire to explore your passions for fun. Mars and Leo can definitely add that passion and that acceleration for fun. The pursuit of all forms of knowledge for any reason is worthwhile right now. You might start your education through extensive reading and research. That's what I've been doing, by taking video seminars or even live courses, or even by going back to school on a part or full-time basis. Consider private groups on social media where you can meet like-minded experts on your topic of interest. But be sure to make it enjoyable. That's the key. Avoid methods of research that seem tedious or make you dread the process. If you feel called to find a mentor, ask Archangel Michael and he will be happy to help. He can search for souls who have similar life purposes to yours and then arrange for you to cross paths. And that's exactly my take as being a Leo, of how I'm kind of like forward in this energy already. I'm kind of locking into this energy. I'm getting ready for this. And during that week is really initiating the marketing of it all, of what I want to do. So that makes sense. You know, it's funny because there's an iPad there and I've got a big old iPad. I got a couple of them, you know, small ones and big ones. And, you know, it's just, yeah, I really have been like hitting the books and like getting into a lot of great things, you know, revisiting all my astrology books, going through books I haven't looked at in years, you know, and getting all nostalgia like, you know, it's great. It's really great. So yeah, increase your knowledge or increase others. You know, I, I haven't taught in a while and I want to teach. That's what I want to, that's my goal for this year, is to teach more than, you know, selling crystals. You know, I want to teach. I want to teach like all the time. I love doing that, you know, and I want to set up groups, like astrology groups, you know, that if it's one thing, why am I doing this first? I'm doing this first. This is a first. All right, Leo. I can't really question why I did it. But I've already got the oracles out for you. So let's arrange these. So let's switch the subject because I didn't even realize I was doing that. I was so into what I was talking about for the message here that my guides just went ahead and grabbed that. Okay. We're going to do it this way. And this is all kind of Leo related. I really love this, actually. I really love this. Okay. Let's pay attention here, Leo. Suffering in silence. We don't need any more of that. Isolating ourselves. We need to be more hopeful this week. We really need to take our power back over the situation that's happening. And being the authority, again, the teacher, the knowledge, the light. That's our card right there. That's the sun. Be the light. Focus on the light. It all comes down to our heart chakra, and we rule the heart. Leo rules the heart. So this is open your heart, heal your heart, put some light into your heart instead of suffering in silence. It's time to take your power back. First, Ace of Cups is you first, some self-care, okay? Instead of suffering, self-care. It's also a new beginning in love and fulfillment of wishes. 9 of Cups. This is great energy. Great energy. And it shifts by you taking your power back and just shining as brightly as the sun. Now, let's get the tarot cards. That is a first, Leo. I have never done that before. I have never just been talking and grab a random deck like that and shuffle them out. Just never happened. Ever. 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 Don't even know why. I can't even wrap my head around it. I mean, because... you know, but that's how spirit works sometimes. You know, our higher selves come through. Look, the Ace of Cups is out again. All these cards are down except for this one, the Ace of Cups, telling you that self-care is important. Not only that, oh my God, look at the Emperor card is out again, clarifying that energy. The 7 of Swords, full moon. Don't be deceived. Don't suffer in silence by feeling like you've been robbed of anything. In fact, that's the last fucking thing you want to do. You want to do this, focus on success. Moving out of this into, it's all about empowering yourself, Leo. This is an incredible message. Incredible message. And cards that clarified themselves. Emphasizing the message, strengthening the message that it's about taking your power back. And that's Mars energy there. That's Mars sitting right there. That's Aries, of course, the ram. So we're moving into a new beginning of shining as brightly as the sun, and really, really coming from a place of heart-centered activity for yourself instead of this. This is self-deception. This is other people deceiving you. A lot of things are going to come to light here. Good for you. Now, the devil is out, but look at mastering the heart. Don't be tempted to sit in this, to suffer in silence, to almost play the victim. It's time to move out of that. You definitely are. And the Judgment card, which is Blossom in this deck, and that means to, again, focus on the light. This is what you're supposed to do right now in this time. You know, look at all that green energy. More, the Three of Cups. Share the love. This has to do with family and friends. A new beginning with family and friends. Something here is taking place. Let's look at love while we're at it. Interesting. All the green healing energy. That's love in this deck. Two Aces of Cups. Two Emperors, which could mean for some of you, could be two, like, oh my God. It could be two more, two powerful people meeting together also. Like-minded. All right, is that it? Yep, it is. And look. Ace of Cups. Leo, you cannot make this shit up. 3 different decks. Ace of Cups. Wow, that's incredible. Huge message on time to walk away from what no longer serves you, especially with relationships that make you feel less than. Again, I have a strong prediction here for some of you Leos that you can meet somebody on the same level as you. It's ready because you've opened up your heart. I mean, this is all good. And it could be another Leo because the Strength card is out. You're strong enough. More Leo energy. The Sun, the Strength card, and the King of Wands. More Leo energy. Making that change. This is a huge week. And I'm sure you already feel that. I think the full moon has set this off to where you go, wait a minute here, man. I'm not going to rob or let anyone rob me of my experience of my life. I'm taking this. I'm opening up to it. I'm releasing what no longer serves me. Ace of Pentacles here for love is also an offer coming in. But again, something transpires between the full moon and the 20th here, which is groundbreaking for every single one of you, us Leos, and opening up to love. There's another huge thing about, maybe you'll meet somebody in a group setting. Something is up here for some of you singles, even for you Leos that are with somebody. This is both taking your power back over the situation and making it work. Interesting. 3 Ace of Cups, 3 different decks. You can't make this shit up. You can't. I love my job because it makes it very evidentially clear that the message is coming here for you, okay? And coming in loud and clear. Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Okay, it's time to work on that. So get a jump on it now while you can, because May is going to be set up to be brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Boundaries, firm boundaries are needed now. Yes. Again, the authority, you're the boss, applesauce. Boundaries are needed in order to help with these obstacles. And then it changes here. Twin flame, this is a divine counterpart connection. This is clarification for both of those 2 emperors. Again, it could be same sex. too. You know what I'm saying? 444. Check into those numbers. And fate. This is a destined partnership. Everything clarifies that here. Absolutely. 444. Two emperors. Opening the heart. Mastering it. Damn. Something's up here, Leo. Something's up. Something shifts here in a very good way for you. Holy shit, man. That's been like the last two readings, right? Have been really good. Like last week's, the weekend, and this week. Check them out. Something's up here, Leo. Good for you. Good for us. I think I'm ready. I've been saying that for a while, but I don't know. I always am. My heart is always open. But is it? Is it? Okay. Now, healing. For a lot of us, it's about healing also. Leo, your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. You cannot make this shit up. It's time to open your heart and really get down to the healing that you deserve. No longer holding back and opening up to this beautiful relationship with yourself and others and somebody that is just like you. God damn, that would be great. I'm open for it. Let's go, universe. You heard it here first, folks. All right, get some healing, Leo. This is beautiful energy. This is such a Leo reading. And I'm so glad that I could share it for you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays, so you get the vibe check for the weekend. I'm telling you, it's just ongoing, man. And don't forget, personal readings in person and online are available to you. Click the link in the description, and it'll bring you to my booking page. And don't forget, join the Vibe Tribe. $4.99 a month gets you all kinds of perks, and not only that, but you'll get exclusive stuff. I'm working on that and going to be releasing that soon, and it helps supports me and the channel, of course. And let's get together and vibe high. All right, guys, I love you so much. Leo, this is a great time for some self-care and some self-healing and opening up to love because you fucking deserve it. And I will see you on the weekend. Virgo, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. That's right. April 14th all the way to April 20th is the name of the game and the vibe this week. So let's go over it, shall we? Thank you for being here, Virgo. Let's talk about it. April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving back into Aries. It's been bouncing, it moved into Aries and it retrograded and blah, 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 blah. Now it's finally moving forward. Hallelujah. And in Aries once and for all. So communications are finally taking shape, finally moving forward, and that's a good thing, okay? Let's get things done. That's the name of the game, folks. Getting things done this week. The energy sets it up for you to be that way, okay? Excellent. On April 18th, Mars, the planet of aggression, male energy, drive, passion, war, aggression. Did I say that? Moves into Leo. Well, that's a little feisty, I would say. But, it can be a little extra. So this gives us the motivation, but it also is a focus on having fun and getting back to what makes us passionate. Mars in Leo is a very passionate energy. Can be volatile too, but, keep a lid on that. We don't need to freak out. We don't. And Mars and Leo can do that. But Mars and Leo really just puts on the passion. The passion works. Could get steamy for some of you guys, and that's great. Now, on the next day, the 19th of April, the sun moves into Taurus, fellow fire sign. Okay, now we're moving in. Now we're feeling in the vibe of things, okay? So it's Taurus season. We get things done. This is the time to start getting things done. Mercury and Mars are being placed in these fire signs to help with that motivation, to get that passion back, Virgo, okay? So that's the astrology for the week. Let's get a message from your guides from the Archangel Michael's Sword of Light Oracle. I like using this from time to time. Okay, and this is showing, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you, Virgo. Accept your truth, then let Source take it from there. Let's read up on that. Number 5. There are times when facing your true thoughts and emotions can be extremely difficult or even troubling. Yet it's important to recognize that you have these feelings for a reason. They are meant to guide you. Being honest with yourself means looking with a clear eye at the stories that you've been telling yourself and others, along with all your thoughts, emotions, and motivations. When you have this clarity, you can let go of your worries and have faith in the process, knowing that Source is definitely in control. Knowing your truth doesn't mean that you need to reveal all your thoughts and secrets to others right away. Some situations do call for sharing. However, it can sometimes be hard to tell what your current circumstances are dictating. Let Archangel Michael help. If you have the feelings you wish to keep secret, ask yourself why that is. He can guide you to find clarity by using his sword of light to sever your connections to negative stories, fears, and the past so that you can reach out and embrace the truth of all things. He can also send you signs and little pings of emotions so that you know what's real and what's not. You'll be able to make a statement to yourself and feel if it's true or not. He needs you to ask for his assistance, though, okay? Specifically so that his actions can remain in line with your free will. Once you know your full personal truth, you can decide whether it's best to share it with others or wait for divine timing. Archangel Michael will support whatever choice you make. All right, so it's time to be honest with yourself. That Sun in Taurus coming in, kind of humbling that energy, you know. Mercury in Aries, communicating. Mars, action taking place in Leo. Be honest with yourself. Are you revising history where it doesn't need to be? Sometimes when we're younger, we do that, you know, because we're looking at different perspectives, or maybe it's just easier to accept the story we tell ourselves, you know, which isn't actually the truth. Who knows? Okay, we got the vibe here. How does this work? Wow. Okay. Virgo. Interesting little tale this tarot message is weaving. And the whole thing we're going to ask ourselves before we start this reading is, are we being honest with ourselves? The Tower is, okay, some shit has gone down, okay? It seems kind of shady. Already, I want you to pay attention to 444. We've already got that. Pay attention to the signs you've been given, okay? 4 of Cups is, well, just not in a very good mood. 4 of Pentacles is holding back. Because of this, we're still focused on whatever this was, the damage done. And it's making us hold back. Your job this week is to really release this, no longer hold back. Know that the universe has always got your back. And this is what we need to embrace. Walking away from what no longer serves us with the 8 of Cups, emotionally withdrawing from the situation because you're too emotionally invested in this. Keeps you stuck. For the Emperor, the other 444, is saying it's time to take some action and take your power back. Mars, that's the planet he's sitting on right there, is very indicative of that fire energy. There's Aries right there. Move forward. Mars and Leo, action. What happens here? Page of Cups. An opportunity comes out of nowhere. Communication, something. When we let something go, something walks in. That's not bullshit. It's the truth. The Temperance card is all things in balance. Be patient with this process. And the Queen of Wands is opening up to change too. So we need, well, I am open up to change, but I hate it. Maybe you should enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's time to embrace the things that you're keeping yourself safe in. Yeah, holding back. The fours have it. Okay. Let's get some oracles and see what they have to add to this. Virgo. Sun is in Taurus. Duh. And I just did Taurus. Oh, I get confused sometimes. All right. Mental conflict. Yeah, of course, this has created a lot of it. It's time to walk away from that and take our power back. And it's signified by that, power. The Leo card. Again, Mars and Leo. You can't make this shit up, guys. It's time for action. And we don't need to be extra about it. Move with grace. And the partnerships and alliances, the Three of Cups. Embracing change, family. People are there to help you. You don't have to do this alone. Be honest with yourself there also. Interesting. But this is time for action, if I've ever seen it, Virgo. It's time for action. Time to move forward. Look at that. More oracles. Yeah. Rebuild. This is an excellent time to rebuild from all that mental conflict. Okay. Spread your wings. Again, empowering yourself. Two of Wands, making plans, changes. Seven of Pentacles is awaiting results. You planted the seeds. Now watch them flourish and coming together. Things coming together. Some of you Virgos, single Virgos, may be meeting somebody through a group of friends and a surprise message. I want you to take that and go with it. Okay? Something you don't normally do, but I'm telling you it will pay off. Pay attention to 222 also. And there's a balance here in relationships. 222 and 444. Interesting. Okay. Let's get some, what are we doing? Well, I grabbed the messages of love first, so let's go there first. Okay, let's do messages of love. I guess they wanted me to grab those. That's twice I've done that so far with the readings for this week. I just didn't realize that I just went and grabbed cards and didn't even consciously know it, Okay, now pay attention here because we're changing it up. Interference and external parties intruding on this relationship. Okay, but you shouldn't hold back. You should probably walk away from this bullshit. You know what I mean? Or work on this. Be honest with yourself. Are you harboring ill will towards that? Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. For some of you, there is definitely a mutual attraction here. I think it's with a friend. Marriage, this relationship could be moving toward a sacred union. Maybe that's what you're fearing. Maybe something's interfering with that. Take your power back. It looks like it's still coming together. And fate, this is a destined partnership. Heavy influence on singles here. I have a feeling that some of you singles are going to meet somebody at the right place at the right time. You've planted the seeds. It's time to take action. I just think you're getting kind of weirded out because there ain't no one showing up. You know what I mean? But have no fear. Be honest with yourself. Page of Wands is you're taking it way too seriously. Yeah, Eight of Wands, communication. All right, so there's communication coming in definitely for you, Virgo. Maybe someone from the past. Don't be deceived by that. Maybe it's something you got to let go of. Maybe there's someone's interfering from the past, maybe. It's come around to kind of fuck things up. Get the fuck out of Dodge. Also pay attention to 888. All right, so we've got 222, 444, and 888. Pay attention to that. And another 8. So use something different. 888. That's abundance, baby. 8. Page of Wands. Enjoy life. And again, that Mars and Leo is also having fun. So go out and have some fun this week. And 10 of Cups, yeah, feeling good. There's a huge focus on family here, moving towards that. That works out well for you, Virgo. Remember that. Okay. Interesting. Something's at play here, but only if you take your power back. Only if you let this, whatever this is, go. Maybe an ex keeps coming in and out and really fucking with you, you know? And it's time to let it go. All right. Let's see. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now, Virgo. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Okay. Allow this to become healed. Allow yourself to become healed. Be honest with yourself. You know, maybe some of you are going, I'm good. No, you're not, because it also leads to a fresh start. Love that. Virgo, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Yeah. Queen of Wands, 10 of Cups here. Yeah, it's definitely getting a perspective that you need. Healing and letting go of the past to open up to a new beginning here. And this can all be starting to roll this week. Good for you, Virgo. Make it happen. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Wow, great reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend for the vibe for the weekend is posted on Wednesdays. Hit the bell notification just in case I post it on Wednesday or Thursday. I will let you know. And I'm also offering personal readings for April and May, in person and online. This is a general reading. If you really want to get down and dirty and really get some good insight, then a personal reading is for you, in person or online. Click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page, and I will hook you up. And join the Vibe Tribe. It helps the channel, grow the channel, and helps supports me. And we get together with a like-minded group of high vibe motherfuckers. Be one of us and join the Vibe Tribe. Really nice. And I'm going to be adding a lot more perks this summer to it too. Excellent. Excellent. All right, Virgo, have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Libra, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So, welcome, Libra. Yes, the freaking weekend, the reading got cut off. I forgot that I stopped the reading and then started it again, so it made two separate clips. And I thought I added the other second half to it. I guess I didn't, so I apologize for that. But I went and put the full video out, and it got me thinking, you know, I'll do that for 3 signs for the weekend. So what I'm going to do from now on is pick 3 signs out of the singing bowl and put their videos, highlight their videos too, because they did very well, you know, as along with the freaking weekend. So thanks, Libra. I mean, hopefully you were able to watch that full tarot reading. I hope you were. And we're like, no, what the hell, you know? But it cut right off. I was like, oh, man. And I always check that. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I thought. It was the end of the video because the table, I think, was cleared or semi-cleared. I don't know. I really can't. Pinhole it down. But there was inspiration came out of that. So thanks and sorry. All right, Libra, let's get down to it. That full moon, probably still you're reeling from, so enjoy that. I hope everything balanced out for you, of course, and everything was great. But let's talk about the energy for this week. The 16th, Mercury moves back into Aries. It's been bouncing back and forth, you know, because of its retrograde motion, but now it is fully moving forward in Aries. So communications, actions are starting to move forward. Okay, change is on its way, especially when how we think and how we communicate. And then on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, aggression, war, male energy, thrust, passion, the red car speeding down the highway. That's Mars is moving into dramatic Leo. So it could be a little much, but Mars in Leo is a make love, not war. It's have fun. Get out there. Move. Let your body move. It could be a little extra, though, so just be aware of that. Hopefully, with the 19th coming, the sun is moving into Taurus, so that gives us a little bit more grounding energy. You know what I mean? And it's a good time to start things, too. You know, we've had this on again, off again kind of holding pattern, and now things are starting to move forward. So good. You know, maybe that full moon that you experienced is starting to level itself out. We'll see. All right, let's get a message from Archangel Michael. This is the Sword of Light Oracle. I like bussing this out from time to time. So let's get a message for you, Libra, and see what Archangel Michael has to say. Give us some insight for this week. Here it is. Of all cards in that deck, how many cards are in this deck? Does it say? I don't know if it says it. I just want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Okay, so there's 44 cards in here, all right? Out of 44 cards, your symbolism comes shining through, so pay attention. It's make a decision. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in this situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you toward your own joy. You deserve it. Now, that's a huge message here. Let's elaborate on it. Huge message. The time has come for you to make a choice, Libra. So often when people are conflicted about a decision, it's because they are comparing the repercussions of choosing to make themselves happy versus giving someone else what they want. Archangel Michael's presence, heavenly perspective, is that you can arrive at a choice from within one of three spaces, okay? The mind, the heart, and angelic or divine guidance. Notice where your eye is drawn in the image, okay? Do I have it right? Okay. Yeah, notice where your eye is drawn in the image. The sword, the mind, the white feather, angelic guidance, or the ruby, your heart. This may provide you with guidance as to which aspect of your human existence might be especially helpful at this time. The scales represent your desire for all things to be in balance. Of course, you're a Libra. But if that were the case, then you would probably wouldn't be receiving this message at this time. You would have already made a choice because it would be easy. Ask yourself, if you have Ask yourself if you have too often gone with the option of making someone else happy. Let me flip the page. Yeah, make someone else happy at your own expense. Then ask yourself if it isn't time for you to bring the scales back into balance by choosing what you truly want. Archangel Michael will support you in whatever you choose. So, what image are you drawn to? The mind, angelic guidance, or you're listening to your heart? You got to make a decision. Interesting. Wow. Profound, and we haven't even started yet. Damn. That's why I love my job. You know, and I'm just making a point of that because, you know, I'm doing Libra's reading and here it is. Here's the symbolism. Boom. 44 cards and that one comes out. You can't make this shit up. All right. Yeah, that didn't feel right. Let's get the vibe for you, Libra. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get the vibe. Interesting. Wow, okay. Wow. All right, so here we have the image of the full moon. That's probably got you a little off. You know what I mean? Don't be deceived by that. Let's turn our anxiety into excitement. Anxiety is just unsure of what the future brings. And this is saying you got to be in a good spot of embracing change and empowering yourself. You know, this Mars in Leo, that's Mars that the Emperor is sitting on because it is ruled by Aries. Pay attention to that symbolism. It's time for decisive action. It's time to make a change. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles is with family and with friends. With family and friends and with at work. So a lot of changes going on here. You've got to make a decision about both of them. Interesting. But it's about accepting change, welcoming change, and taking action. Wow. What else? I feel like there's just one more in there. There it is. Boom. Okay. Wow. All right. Don't be tempted to be sitting in this energy, anxiety, and all of that. No, 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 no. This is all good energy, though. Spiritual strength. Let down your walls. Put up some boundaries. Yeah, look at that. Partnerships and alliances, another 3. 3, 3, 3 is growth in family and in jobs and your job. Ace of Cups, new love, new beginning here, self-care, definitely, and fulfillment of wishes. This is basically reiterating this. If you make a decision based on your happiness instead of everybody else's, this will fulfill itself into a very positive outcome. Wow. 3, 3, 3. Interesting. Let's get some love, baby. Let's get some love. Interesting. This is an interesting reading. Set some boundaries with yourself. Oh, we've got 9s too. 9, 9, 9. That is, you are almost there. So listen to this. You know, the only negative thing is don't let your thoughts paralyze you in making a decision. Make this decision for yourself, not for others. All right. Let's get some love, baby. Love. Relationships, all of that together. Let's see. What do we got? Okay. Wow. Yeah, it's an end to negative thinking, taking arrows for everybody. Set yourself free from that. Yeah, there's some judgment here. I don't know. It feels like you're doing everything for everybody else. This has to come to a point where you decide, again, making that decision. Absolutely. And it may be something about the past, but that's also telling you that love is all around you. Love is all around you. So sit pretty. This is also opportunity here. Money, that kind of thing. Trust your intuition, please. Trust your intuition on this. And the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, showing more change in relationships, messages, taking action, making things a lot better, moving towards what you want. And the Magician is creating what you want. I mean, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love that. There's a big message about setting yourself free. Not having it, man. I love it. All right, let's get some messages of love. What do we got? Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward, okay? And acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. That makes this move so much better, especially when you got to make a decision. In marriage, this relationship is moving towards a sacred union. Trust your intuitions. I mean, this is all paying off here, but for some of you, you've just got to forgive and accept some things in order to make this move. But you've got to understand, you're not alone. Love is all around you. Big focus on other people being of a positive influence and not a negative influence. There's also that in there too. Gemini had that in their reading also. So be aware of that, okay? But this looks really great. A big time. There's a change here that really fulfills your relationships instead of, for some reason, humdrum. I don't know, humdrum. Why am I saying that? Maybe things have gotten humdrum. I don't know. Let's get some closing messages or message for you, Libra. So just open up to change. Take the appropriate steps because there is action that needs to take place here. Okay? And you know what that is. Here is the message. So be aware of that. Believe. Of course, you're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you will do exactly that. The choice, I think, is in your heart. Libra, that's a fucking great reading. I hope that resonates with you. I really do. And I'm sending you love and light and healing for this to open up because you're almost there. Take the action. Do something different and move forward. All right, Libra, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Click the bell notification and it will let you know when I post it. And I am also available for personal readings this April and May. Already starting to book into May. Man, damn. In person and online, click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page and I will hook you up. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe, an ever-growing group of like-minded, high-vibed motherfuckers, and it is time for you to get on the bandwagon. $4.99 a month gives you lots of perks, and I'm going to be adding more on this summer with a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, some vlogs, some stuff that's not available for the public, so it's all for you. All right? Excellent. Libra, make that choice. Make the decision and believe that you're deserving of it, especially make the choice for yourself. And I will see you on the weekend. Scorpio, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. That's right, Scorpio. And this reading is going to be for the week of April 14th all the way to April 20th. Welcome. Let's get to it. Astrology for the week. We have a few energy shifts. Let's talk about them. The 16th of April, Mercury, the planet of communication, swift movement, traveling, all of that. Mercury is the winged messenger. Carries things. You got it. It's got it all. It's delivering. It's moving into Aries after its retrograde phase of bouncing in and out of Pisces and Aries and all of that. It is finally starting to move forward in the Zodiac. Yay. So you can't blame your bullshit on Mercury anymore. It's getting the fuck out of Dodge. Now on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, passion, war, aggression, male energy, thrust, getting things done. It's aggression. It's moving forward. It's a press. Okay, it's a fast red car going down the street. It's moving into Leo. So we've got some heavy fire energy, and Mars in Leo is a couple things to me. Number one, make love, not war. It turns on the libido factory, I think, for everybody. So watch out. I mean, what is it? Want some, get some, give some. Want some, get some, give some. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just be careful. This is also a weekend of travel for the holiday. So watch driving, plan accordingly. Mercury's starting to pick up speed. Mars is always at one speed, go. So, just be aware of that. Mars and Leo can be a little extra too, little extra dramatic. You drop a pen on the ground. Oh, God. That kind of. Stay away from the drama. But hopefully on the 19th, the next day, the sun moves out of Aries into Taurus, an earth sign, where it's all of a sudden things kind of slow down a little bit. Smell the roses. Take a good look at your surroundings. I got this. If you're speeding by and everything's blurring, you're missing the point of the journey. The journey is not the destination. You're going to get there. You can visualize it. It's along the way from point A to point B. What are you picking up? Well, everything was just a blur. Really? How do you grow? So feet on the ground approach. Hopefully that energy kind of evens out for you. But if you watch this video and you subconsciously pick that up, well, then you're going to move in time with it and go, oh, yeah, that's right. Jeff said that this week. How many times you guys do that already? I love it. I love to do what I do. So that's going to do it for the astrology. Bye, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get a message from your guides before we begin. And this is from the Archangel Sword of Light Oracle. Did I say Archangel Michael? I think I just said Archangel. Okay, Scorpio, increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach what your soul longs to know. Interesting. A lot of you could be going back, maybe taking some classes, spiritual development. Maybe it's just, how to fucking do your taxes right, This is the new software for the MacBook Pro. But here's more on your message from Archangel Michael. You've come into a time, Scorpio, in your life when you need to increase your knowledge. This may be related to your career aspirations, your spiritual growth, or just a personal desire to explore the passions for fun. And Mars in Leo is wanting to have fun and passions. That's what it's all about, passion and fun. The pursuit of all forms of knowledge for any reason is worthwhile right now for you. You might start your education through extensive reading and research, by taking video seminars or live courses, or even going back to school on a part or full-time basis. Consider private groups on social media where you can meet like-minded experts on the topic of your interest. Be sure to make it enjoyable. Avoid methods of research that seem tedious or make you dread the process. If you feel called to find a mentor, ask Archangel Michael and he will be happy to help. He can search for souls who have a similar life purpose to yours and then arrange for your paths to cross. Damn. I like that. I like that. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. So maybe that, for a lot of you Scorpios, are going to be experiencing that this week, and that's great. Knowledge is power. Absolutely. And it brings opportunities, too, to be around like-minded people. That's another thing. Be around like-minded people. Find your tribe. Speaking of tribe, let's get the vibe, tribe. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And yes, we got the vibe. All right, let me grab these cards. Okay, all right, okay. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Interesting. That's the way it's going there. Okay, we have an excellent time. We have an opportunity here to start again, a rebirth, if you will. Maybe some of you are feeling that. You finally got some time to move forward in things. So the Death and Rebirth card is an end to something good. Seven of Swords, though, this probably could have happened around the full moon. Maybe feeling like that, like people aren't really being honest with you. Maybe you've ended a lot of friendships. Again, opening yourself up to other opportunities. Maybe some people are like, "Oh, you're too old to go back to school. Why would you do that now? Why would you waste your money on that?" Somebody being like that. You got rid of that deceptive thought, or maybe it's just you doing that. The thing is that it's time to stop focusing on the shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's an end to that. It's an end to self-deception if that's what's going on, and it's an end to wasting your energy being in this circle. Instead, the King of Cups is at the middle of this saying, all right, let's get our emotions straight. Let's trust our intuition. Let's let the universe guide us. It's kind of a chill out period. The Page of Pentacles is an opportunity to feet on the ground, the sun moving into Taurus, feet on the ground, practical approach. Message could be coming in also. Pages bring in messages. But the message here is clear. Get your emotions straight. Stop letting your mind and your emotions fuck with you. It's time to end that. You probably are already feeling this. And with a practical feet on the ground approach and trusting your intuition, a new beginning with the Ace of Cups, that it can be very successful for the Six of Wands. This could also be, for some of you Scorpios, I'm getting engagement. Just putting that out there. But the Ace of Cups is also an opportunity for you to fill your cup first. You know, because you're just wasting energy here. You're just kind of shoulda, woulda, coulda, just dumping your energy down the drain, down that vortex. It's time to snap out of it, Scorpio. Okay. But it's going to be very successful here. So, again, claiming victory. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of a victim. Time to release that. That full moon was probably, that's probably what that release was, you know. What else? We got some oracles on deck. Thank you. Boy, yeah, wow. Very simple here, guys. Obstacles and challenges have presented themselves. And you're sitting in conflict and defeat, and that's when we pull ourselves out. How? We empower ourselves. We take our power back from the situation. Again, regulating your emotions. That helps you snap out of it. Pay attention to 555. That's the halfway point. You are not fucking around. You know, that's it. It's time to make a decision. It's time to move forward. It's time to empower yourself. And again, the Six of Wands, victory and success. That's all you really need to focus on. You follow me on that? Wow. Interesting. Let's throw some more oracles at it. Yeah. There's a definite shift here. You know what? I'm only going to take this one card because as I was looking at the spread and getting ready to shuffle the cards, I said it would be great if one card would pop out and fill this gap. Helpless and hopeless. It's time to take your power back from that. This is where this has led you. It's time to choose, okay? This may be a childhood issue you need to work on. Again, self-care. Okay. And then see, everything kind of evens itself out. All right, I'll take it. Let's look at love. There's a lot of cups here, so I'm thinking this may be something that has to do with love. But we're walking away from this deceptive energy. It's taken your power away. And I think around this time, you're starting to realize that it's not working. New beginning here, absolutely. And it will pay the fuck off. Trust me, Scorpio. Ace of Swords, excellent. What do we have for relationships and love? Anything else? There it is. Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Lots of clarification here, guys. You can't make this shit up. Okay. Yeah. The Three of Swords and the 5. Another 5. Pay attention to 5, 5, 5, 5. And, yeah. Pain and suffering in the relationships have left you kind of feeling out in the cold. Again, more deceptive energy to get yourself stuck in with the Hangman. And you just need perspective in this. You need to trust your inner wisdom. The teacher shows up when the student is ready, when you take your power back over the situation. It's also learning a new skill. Eight of Pentacles is learning a new skill, applying the work, putting the work in. An 8 here. Pay attention to that. Oh, I'm not done. There's more. But wait, there's more. The Star. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but also I have known reading cards for so long that when the Ace of Cups and the Star come out in the same reading together, this means some healing that has to be done. And of course, we're talking about relationships here. This is about healing with relationships. Page of Cups is bringing in an offer, okay, which can be very successful. 6 of Wands, again, that's 3 times. Pay attention to 666. That's advancement in relationships. And then look at this, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. A new way of approaching this. a new mindset. Scorpio, pay attention. Ace of Cups is filling your cup first to overflowing, and it'll be very successful. The fives have it. The sixes have it. Huge message here, and I feel it. I'm kind of like my breath is a little, shaky, because this is almost an awakening, almost an epiphany that you have. Like, fuck, yeah, this is it. It's about taking your power back. The energy here is just vibing for it. So embrace that, Scorpio. It's an end to this. Yes, I understand, but there is such better energy out there to choose. Okay. This one seems important. Children are important to this partnership. That could be some of the conflict and challenges you're going through, Our kids. Vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. Again, Page of Cups. That is, being vulnerable is healing also. Wow. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. Page of Cups also brings in messages like that, an offer coming in, an apology, something that maybe it's just saying it to yourself. In chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. With these Six of Wands here, yes. And actually the two of Cups coming out, which could, of course, two of those cups turn into the Two of Cups, which is mutual energy that's not transactional. That's what, for some of you, I have to say that. It's not transactional, it's real. Interesting. Wow, lots to unpack there, but it's very evident it's time to let go and time to be successful about it. All right, let's get a closing message, Scorpio. Wow. Let's see what is going on. Pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How could you pivot even just a little bit? Maybe some of that knowledge, increasing your knowledge, will help you attain that. Because I'm telling you, this is great energy to open up to. Looks like it's setting up to be one fuck of a summer. It's only when you put your arms up in a V and say, hell yeah. Victor, not a victim. All right, Scorpio. Oh, excuse me. That's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that the Freakin' Weekend is posted on Wednesdays or Thursday. Hit the bell notification and I'll let you know when I decide to do it. Sometimes I post it on Wednesdays, sometimes I don't. But that's the vibe check for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's a reinforcement of this powerhouse reading. And if you like this powerhouse of a reading, just imagine what a personal reading can do for you. The info's in the description. Go ahead and click the link on there. You can do in person or online. I am available for you. Let's make it happen. And don't forget, Scorpio, to join the Vibe Tribe, a collective of like-minded motherfuckers who are on one mission to vibe higher and to attract what we want in life because we don't chase it. Join the Vibe Tribe. It helps support the channel and me, and I'm adding so much to it, so much content that is not going to be available to the average Joe, only for the high vibers. So join in, folks. All right, Scorpio, pivot. Open up to this beautiful energy and take your fucking power back, and I will see you on the weekend. Sagittarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. So welcome, Sag. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are enjoying, almost the end of April. Now we're going into May. Now it's going to start getting into the real meat of spring and summer. You know what I mean? Because April has been kind of cold here in Western New York. And then, of course, we all ask the same questions. Why do we live here? You just never can come up with the answer. Because where else are we going to go? There's a whole fucking planet out there, guys, I don't get it. So don't bitch. All right. So welcome, Sag. Let's talk about 3 energy shifts that are happening this week. Energy shifts are important. They affect you. It's kind of like the cosmic weather in the background of what's going on and how you can tap into that energy and use it to your advantage and to avoid things altogether. Knowledge is power. So I bestow my knowledge onto you, using yourself and your higher guides to tap into this energy that we do on a weekly and weekend basis here at Raise Your Vibration TV. I have been doing this for a long time, so let's get to it. Let's do the astrology part. All right, Sag. April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communications, is moving into Aries. It's been bouncing in and out of Pisces and Aries. It's finally out of its retrograde phase, so now it's moving forward. And it's in a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the trifecta of change and motivation and getting things done. So Mercury with communication is getting our communications out there. Communications could be flowing a lot better for you, Messages could be coming in one right after the other. So pay attention to that. It's a good time to communicate, to put your ideas forth, those kind of things. Now, a couple days later, on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action and aggression, motivation, passion, love, sex, not really so much love. Venus is love. Mars is sex. Is moving into another fellow fire sign, Leo. Wow. Your communication skills and your, other skills, the ones that really make you unique, are going to be on point. And Sag, you know how sometimes you can go overboard. But on the 19th, the sun is moving out of Aries, all that fire energy, and it's moving into an earth sign. So let's be a little bit more practical with our gifts this week, shall we, Sag? You know what I'm talking about? But definitely the passion meter has definitely been kind of freaking out now. So open up to that, but be practical about it. The sun moving into Taurus is an excellent time to kind of get things done. Aries is initiating it. Taurus is implementing it and really cashing in on an investment for yourself, So feet on the ground approach. That's what we want. We want that energy to, right now things are starting to move forward, everything's starting to blossom, and so should you. So before let's do the tarot, that's the astrology. Let's get a message from your guides. This is from the Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle. Look at that. This is what it sounds like when doves fly. Sag, someone new is coming. Now, I'm going to tell you what. You can go back to the other readings and see, because the proof's right there. I've been talking about something is coming your way. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. We've been talking about this the last few readings, and I turned right to it. Let's read on, shall we? As souls progress and evolve through the human existence, it takes more and more interactions with other souls to keep that evolution moving higher and higher. Because of that, the introduction of new people into your life has never been more important than it is right now, Sag. Someone new is about to enter your orbit. This may be the start of a romantic relationship. Someone previously unknown to you may catch you rather by surprise and bring a fresh flush of love and joy into your life. Oh, I like that. That Mars moving into Leo can definitely make that happen. This message can also represent your current partner if that person has been on a path of growth or evolution. In short, they have become someone new in your life. This card may also herald an intimate friendship. This is a soulmate relationship that is platonic, but just as impactful as romantic relationship would be. Your soul will likely recognize them as important right away since you have probably shared a past life with them. Pay attention. Whatever form the new relationship takes, what is so beautiful about this person is that your paths will cross in such a way as to spotlight what each of you needs to learn to grow from the other right now. Wow. It will probably be a joyful acquaintanceship. Oh my God. But it's also possible that the interaction is to help one another or both of you to heal from past challenges. Open your heart to new people today, Sagittarius, without expectation for what role they might play in your life. Accept them for who they are and don't hold back. As you grow spiritually through the relationship, you will find that someone new inside you too. That's a fucking great message to start the week out. And it kind of lines up with that fiery energy of opening up to somebody new in all kinds of forms of relationships for you. That's incredible, Sag. And again, we've been talking about this. There's been a pattern in the last readings, last few weeks. So maybe this is starting to finally come to fruition. Open up to it. And no expectations, just open up to it. All right, let's get the vibe for the week. Thank you so much, Sag, for being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get the vibe. All right. Lots of king energy here. Lots of king energy here. Mature energy. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting read here. The Five of Pentacles. There's a fear of failure. There's an isolation. You've isolated yourself for far too long. And I'll tell you why. I understand you've got walls of protection up, okay? But it's almost in a defensive stance, Sagittarius, and you no longer need that. It no longer serves you, because you fear of opening up to something much more higher. You put the walls up, and then you get pissed off because nothing's coming through those walls. It's a design you've built. It doesn't work for you anymore, and that's okay. What the universe is telling you this week to do is to take your power back with the Emperor here. And this is Mars, the planet Mars. This is Aries energy. Mars is moving into Leo. It's time to take your power back. This week you can actually do that. You probably already have started to do that, started to open up and start really dismantling this wall. Okay? I know you need boundaries, but you can't build walls. Walls keep everything out. Boundaries only allow a certain type of energy in. King of Cups and the King of Pentacles is interesting here. Because what it's saying is that, there's strong masculine energy here. So that means it's like taking that initiative, taking that drive, being logical about things. Okay? King of Cups is trusting his intuition, of course, with that logic, but also regulating what's going to, it's keeping a cap on where your emotions are, because your emotions propel you to move forward. It puts out that signal. It amplifies the signal, negative or positive. The King of Pentacles is a practical approach. This is a very Taurian card here. And the sun is moving into Taurus. So use your knowledge, put things forward. A lot of you could be probably wanting to start a business or something like that. And this is a fine time to do it. But if any of you Sagittariuses are thinking of getting over the obstacles and making it happen, this is a great time to do it. The Three of Wands is something you've been waiting for, opening up to change. And I see these three wands and the three male energies here. Like male or female, it really makes no difference, but I have to pay attention to it when it's two kings and an emperor here. You know what I mean? It's time to take your power back. So, the male energy is very aggressive. Again, it's Mars moving into Leo. This is it. And these three cards are these three wands that help you move forward this week and getting out of this. You know what I mean? It's rebuilding the wall to work in your favor, boundaries, and only allowing a certain energy into your life and being mature about it. Also, there's a maturity level here. And you could also be meeting somebody of that same stature, the feeling with the practical. with the logical. All right. Interesting. Let's get some oracles. Interesting the way this plays out. Wow, the Emperor is out again. You can't make this shit up. Wow. Also, focus on your intuition. Trust your gut. Know that you are worthy. Shine as brightly as the sun. Taking your power back. The Emperor again. Big message. And the Lover's card. Someone's coming in with big boss energy also. I think the both of you have it. This is very similar to Leo's reading. Very similar. Interesting. All right, let's get some more oracles. I'm curious. Let's see where this is going, Sag. Have I got your attention yet? Are you paying attention? Let's see, what else? I'm sure there's, okay, there it is. All right. Yeah. All right, could be somebody coming from the past here with the Six of Cups, really reminiscing. Let's not reminisce about the way it was. You know, there's love all around you. Be aware of it. Joy and stability, that's all you need to focus on. And pay attention to 444. Look those numbers up. Awaiting results. Some of you have been patiently waiting, but that's okay. If things have been maturing here with the King's energy and the Wheel of Fortune with going with the flow, just go with the flow. Focus on joy and stability. Simply love yourself and others. Open up to that energy. Take your power back. You see where this is going? Wow, let's look at love. What else do we have for Sag? What else do we have to give us some insight about love and our relationships and what's going to be influencing us? There we go. Okay, wow. More fours. Wow, check this out. The Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. Some things have to be put to rest, like that wall you've built. That needs to be put to rest, Sagittarius. And the Four of Cups is don't turn your back on opportunities because you're still grieving over, you see, these cups, the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and this person shoulda, woulda, coulda, and not realizing opportunity. Again, a huge message. Pay attention, Sagittarius. Don't turn your back on opportunity because you're too focused on the past. It's time to let that rest. Pay attention to 44444. King of Cups. You could be meeting a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Somebody has got their shit together, you know, emotionally stable, very intuitive. Queen of Wands, that's you. Embracing change. Embracing change in relationships. Something's up here. You could be meeting also a Leo, Sagittarius, or, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fellow Sagittarius. Someone new is coming in. There's definitely a thing of don't turn your back on opportunities here. The number 4s are huge. There's 6 of them. Pay attention to that. All right. Let's get some messages of love. Sag, this is, it's almost like a love bomb reading because the messages are very clear. Very clear. Retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge. Definitely. Some of you do need some rest. You know, some of you do need to simply release this energy. Hopefully you were doing that with that full moon energy or you're catching up to it. You know what I mean? And addiction is affecting this relationship. And for some of you, it could just be, again, putting that to rest. That could be in the way, or you could be addicted to outcomes. You could be addicted to variables that just don't line up. It's time to let that go. You could be addicted to the past with this. You could be addicted to a past life, not a past life relationship, but a past relationship that you simply can't let go of. All in all, soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. There's a strong possibility that can happen. Something is at work here. on a soulmate level. I hate saying that, but the messages are very clear for that, Sag. All right, let's get a closing message. Wow. Leo's and Sagittarius' readings were very similar in that respect. Wow. Pay attention to 444. That's a sign right there. Something is at work here, and there's a strong, strong energy of taking your power back. Sagittarius, do it. Oh my God. And look, here's the fucking closing message. It's time. Wow. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world, Sagittarius. You're ready. It's time. Go with the flow. It's coming. Boom. Sagittarius. Wow. I love that. I love that for you. Good for you. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays to give you that vibe update that goes into the weekend. More insight, more knowledge, more moving forward and opening up, being positive this week, man. And I'm also available for personal readings. This was just a general reading. So if you want a personal mano a mano reading, click the link in the description. I'm available in person and online, and I will hook you up. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe. $4.99 a month gives you emojis and all that stuff, but also I'm going to be adding more perks to that, so join now. The price will not change. That helps support the channel and me. Sagittarius, I love you so much. Something new is on its way to you. It's time, and I will see you on the weekend. Capricorn, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. Yes, that's right. And this tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. I was like, April 4th. Sometimes you just stumble on your teeth, your tongue, your mouth, your lips all at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm sure you can relate. Anyway, how's it going, Capricorn? Spring is here, although it hasn't sprung in Western New York. It was in Texas. It was blooming in Texas. Rainy, but it was still warm, you know. Then I come home and it's snowing. It's fucking snowing in April. But like Prince said, sometimes it snows in April. And he ain't fucking wrong about that. God rest his little tiny soul in those little heels. You know what I'm saying? Love Prince. Anyway, let's get down for the astrology. You know how this rolls. We lay out the astrology to give us the cosmic weather background pattern. See what's going on. We got 3 energy shifts this week, and we're big on that. Then we're going to get a message from your guides, and then we're going to hit the tarot and the vibe. So welcome, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get to it. April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication that's been fucking retrograde, and, you know, everything goes wonky. Can't blame it on Mercury retrograde anymore, folks. Mercury is finally moving forward and moving back into the sign of Aries, where it's going to stay and complete its process and move forward. So, communications take on a blast of energy. Maybe a little too much. You know, there's fire energy involved here, so take it easy, okay? But plans can move forward. New way of communicating. That's the way I look at it. What has the Mercury retrograde taught you? What have you reviewed? What have you gone back to tweak? What's coming up again? Okay. Now, a couple days later, on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, male aggression, passion, war, drive, the red car sailing down the road, is moving into Leo. Okay, this time can be a little extra. But there could be a huge focus on romance and love making and, you know, making love, not war. That's the way I look at Mars and Leo. So take advantage of that, you know, but all things in moderation. It can be a little extra. So just be careful, you know, how you handle things, that kind of stuff, you know. Don't want it to go extra. Could have a little extra love. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, all things in moderation, guys, okay? But it's also a time to have fun. So the 18th, I guess that's the weekend around there, the beginning of the weekend. Have some fun. You know, there could be a lot of holiday travel too, so be careful with traveling. And then on the 19th, the sun moves into Taurus. It is now Taurus season and a fellow earth sign. So the energy can go a little bit more smoother for you now. You know, before it was, yeah, 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 yeah. Now it's a little bit more, okay. A bit of a sigh of relief. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So that's the astrology. That's the energy for it. So let's get a guide from Archangel Michael from his Sword of Light Oracle deck. Let's see what he's got to say. What do we got for Capricorn? Oh, I like this. Angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while Archangel Michael enhances your strength. Wow. Love that. Let's read about it. Number 2. The number 2. Let's read up, shall we? Okay, this is Archangel Michael talking. At this moment, I ask that you open yourself to healing. With your consent, I now use my sword of light to remove your energetic connections to the past. Can you see him? He's got a sword. And I now use my sword of light to remove your energetic connections to the past and present that no longer serves you, especially those keeping you in a place of disease, injury, or addiction. The way things have been does not dictate the way they will be in the future. You have to remember that, okay? Archangel Michael is severing your connection to any negative stories that you have formed in your mind to sow doubt that you will heal or fear that you will not get care that you need. Okay. It's all about healing, okay? Have confidence that you will get better. He urges you now to call on his brother, Archangel Raphael, to help you. Now, here's Raphael's point of view. It is my honor to shine my emerald green rays of healing light down upon you. To accept those, Capricorn. This light envelops your aura and begins the healing process related to any physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual experiences that have led to your current challenges. He is also creating a beacon to attract the perfect health professionals to your path so that you get the help that's just right for you. I'm really digging this. Really digging this. Be open to different methods of healing. Get second opinions or more until you find what you need. Remember that green can also be related to the concept of abundance. So this green light helps bring in what you need to pay for your care, whether that be money, insurance, or assistance from others. Call upon them both day or night, every day, and they will continue to intensify this light of healing around you. Believe in your recovery as they in heaven believe in you. Excellent time for healing right now. And the big thing is being receptive and open to it. All right, Capricorn? And this energy sets up to take action to do it. Asking for the right people, asking the right questions, taking the appropriate actions to actually make this happen. Good for you. And you're being guided to do so. You have the help. I saw a card flip. Where did it go? There it is. You sneaky little bugger. Okay, what else do we have for Capricorn for this week? Anything else? I just feel like there's one more in there. One more. I know there's one more in there. Let's get one more for Capricorn, if there is one. There they are. There's two. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, boy. It's a little spicy. This looks really spicy. Why is it so spicy? I'll tell you why. Because you probably fucking deserve it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. Just gonna go with it. Here we are. Let's talk about it, shall we? Queen of Swords, cutting all cords from the past, speaking your truth. Very Mercury and Aries, direct. That blue flag is the throat chakra, saying no more. To what? Ten of Swords, an end to taking arrows for everybody. An end to like a victim mentality. You're moving out of this old frame of negative mind space and into a better one. You're healing yourself of that. And the unhealthy thoughts that you have sometimes that takes away your passion for life and burdens you, especially when it comes to relationships with yourself and others. Really bitters you. But what we need to embrace here is the Page of Wands, is that you're taking life way too serious. Way too serious. And in Capricorn, you are way too serious sometimes. Sure, you can have fun, but you're even serious about the fun you have. You just got to fucking lighten up. You know what I mean? The Three of Wands is something you've been waiting for here. It's finally starting to take root. You just have to be open to it. And being in a negative mind space where you have been is producing the same results, which takes away your love of life. And then you continue to wait where you don't need to wait. It's time to act. The Ace of Cups here is a new beginning in love with yourself and others. Putting yourself first, not taking the arrows for everybody else. You got to heal that part of yourself. Got to save everybody. You have to realize that comes from that early childhood trauma. That's where that comes from. And you can't save everybody. The cold reality and the beautiful truth is that you can only save yourself. I know that sounds horrible. Who's clutching their pearls out there? You know it's fucking true. It doesn't mean you have to be brutally, just a fucking bulldozer of energy to get what you want. You don't have to be. You just have to realize that I'm no good to anybody if I don't heal myself. Who heals the healer? It's time for you to do that. And all you have to do is open up to it. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's not hard work. Don't sit there and roll your eyes at me. It's not fucking hard work. Open up to it. You deserve it. You're taking things way too fucking serious because you're too busy taking arrows for everybody else. Finally, you're in a position that you've been waiting for to fucking take care of shit. Your shit. The shit that matters. So you can be of service or you're not of service. And this also means a new beginning in love, working with a group of people, meeting with somebody from a work environment or something like that. Or just the love of, I put the love into myself and then I see it reflected into my reality. It's that easy. Doesn't take that much work. Follow me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? All right, let's see. What else do we have for you? Way too serious. Way too serious, Capricorns. Yeah, enough of this bullshit, okay? Stop isolating yourself. Stop with the drama. You know what I mean? No one's going to care if you're a martyr. They really don't. They really don't. They don't. Stop suffering in silence. Allow that healing to come through. Speak your truth. Look at that. The throat chakra again. Take your power back. You are strong enough to do that. Heavy Leo influence and material harvest. Open up to abundance also. This could be a big thing about opening up to abundance. It's very evident what you have to do here. It's not that hard. 369, manifesting here. All kinds of stuff. But this is an excellent opportunity for love, for yourself, and for another. Maybe opening up to the possibility of it instead of suffering in silence. You know, that's a big problem here, guys. I mean, let's not sweep this under the rug. Let's fucking take care of it. You know, this is the astrological energy, and the energy of this week really gives you the green light to do it. You're just fucking around if you don't, you know? Don't come at me saying my reading wasn't right. Well, that's because you're not taking the appropriate actions. I didn't resonate with my reading. What are you resonating with in your life then? You know? Don't blame it on me. I'm just the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, y'all. All right, choose your battles. See, that's part of your problem right there. You don't need to fight every fucking battle. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to watch you do it, and it's exhausting to, you know, to go through it. You know it, okay? In fact, you have to nurture yourself. Take your power back. Pay attention. Pay attention. 3, 3, 3. Okay? Remember, again, manifesting. I talked about manifesting, and there's the magician. Something you've been waiting for. You've been manifesting. Open up to it, for Christ's sake. It's going to take some time. That's okay. You don't plant the seeds and then start yelling at them because they're not producing fruit yet. How dare you? Nurture them in the course. Nurture yourself while you're waiting. Okay? In the meantime, strengthen your bonds instead of tearing them apart. And dreams coming true, another 9. Pay attention to 999. That's a sign that you're almost fucking there, Capricorn, and it'd be a sin if you didn't. Also, 111, 333. The fuck? Come on. Pay attention here. The only reason why I'm doing that, like, come on, is because that's the energy I'm getting from your higher self is, come on, you got this. We're so tired of you choosing the old ways and expecting and being upset because they haven't worked out when you know damn well you're not that person anymore. But you got something to say, then say it. You don't need to be all brassy about it. You know? Okay, let's look at love. Let's see what the fuck is going on in here. Yeah, the moon. All right, so the full moon could have had you verklempt. Now you're dealing with it, the uncertainty of it. You have a choice. Again, choose your battles. What are you going to do? Speak your truth. Is it worth speaking your truth? Is it just moving on? Do you have to have the last word? 7 of Wands, again, boundaries. Choose your battles. Stand up for yourself. King of Swords with the Queen of Swords here. Speaking your truth. Not being emotionally cold in relationships, but nurturing them. Have faith. Again, have faith. Make this happen. Knight of Wands, rushing in, taking action. There's a different approach to love here. And it's not to be defensive. You know, it's to be open and to have fun. Relationships are supposed to be fun, not fucking laborious. If they are, get the fuck out of them. You're with the wrong people. Okay? But there's, you know, it's again, a time to heal yourself of that. That does that, you know, just hits the drama switch. Boom. Okay. Go slow. Take time to know each other. Again, everybody misses the dance. There's a dance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. I really think it's you. And if it's somebody else, you got to balance that out, you know? Here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. Pay attention to that. Maybe they're coming into your life. Those 9s are saying, almost there, you can touch it, almost. And the soulmate, your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you. With this Ace of Cups, clarifying that you have to love, accept, and respect you. But go slow. A relationship here coming in or developing is going to take some time, and there's no rush. There's no rush. In the meantime, have fun. That's what this is all about. I think there's a big Also, manifesting opportunity here and abundance. And again, it's the same formula. Believe that you are deserving of it and it will come to you. Heal that part of yourself that won't allow you that beautiful train of thought. It says you're not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Lots to ponder here, Capricorn. Lots to ponder. But it's all about taking your power back and setting boundaries with yourself. You know, this is self-inflicted harm. This doesn't come from anybody else. Okay, look at that. Worth. You're being asked to honor your worth. Absolutely. It can be so easy to feel that we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case for you, Capricorn. You are worthy, and you have inherent value, and it's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. That's all of this in a nutshell right there. And miracles. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and to those that are still currently occurring and are still yet to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Again, be on the lookout for miracles. You're worthy of them. Stop telling yourself you're not. Heal the part of yourself that does that. Self-sabotage, what it looks like to me. Oh, but you don't understand. My relationships have been horrible. Why? Why? Because I get the same kind of person. Ooh. Are you broadcasting that kind of energy that brings that person in? Could you be that responsible in manifesting who comes into your life? Is that something you need to heal? Is that I'm only allowing a certain level of person into my life, and I deserve a fuck ton better. Holy shit, fireworks go off and the person comes in. It's that easy. Now, let's switch it to abundance. Same thing. Have I only been allowing a certain amount of income to come into my life when I deserve so much more? And the universe will surprise me, and my dreams will come true because I believe in myself and I'm worthy of it. I'm worthy of it. You see the messages that are clearly in this reading, Capricorn. Pay attention, go rewind it and watch it again. And watch it again and again and again. Until it comes crystal clear to you that you've been shortchanging your reality and been blaming it on the fucking world. And it's you. Heal that part of yourself that won't accept that. So if you're not accepting this truth and you unsubscribe me, that's on you, bitch. You know what I mean? And I don't want you to do that. Pay attention. I'm here to help. I'm not here to bitch you out. I don't fluff you up. I'm not going to be like, listen, everything's great. I want you to understand the messages that are coming through. It's not me. I'm just the card shuffler and the mouthpiece. I take no credit for this, but I got to point you in the direction that these messages are saying. And it's like, you are worth so much more. Fucking open to it. Holy shit. 22 minutes. Because you're worth it. You get the longest reading of the week, motherfucker, because you're worth it. Now open up to it and make some magic happen in your life. Capricorn, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's a great fucking reading. Put it in the comment. Come on. Don't forget to watch the freaking weekend. I'm not done with you. Wednesdays, I'm posting the weekend vibe. That's right. Hit the bell notification and it will let you know when I post it. And if you think this general reading is bombastic, you should try my personal readings. That's it. There I go. Lovely. In person and online. Click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page and we will get you hooked up. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe, a growing collective of motivating, loving, and high-vibing motherfuckers, and we're all joining. It helps grow the channel and helps supports me in the process. And guys, there's so much coming in, so join now while you can. All right, Capricorn, miracles happen because you're fucking worth it, and I will see you on the weekend. Aquarius, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. So welcome, Aquarius. Hope you're doing well. I always get excited when it's time to do Aquarius's readings because you never know what you're going to get. Never, ever know. And I'm a Leo, and I know I've said this countless times, but I just love saying it, is that I like doing Aquarius's readings. I don't know why. But yeah, and you've been on a mad tear. So things have kind of are shifting, I see, but we'll see how this week's going to go. Okay, let's talk about the astrology weather that's happening. We have a few energy shifts happening. On April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is out of retrograde. Now it's definitely moving forward, and it's moving into Aries. So that's an energy shift, playing out Aries energy in that respect. So communications move forward. Things, again, starting to move forward, definitely. Now, on the 18th, Mars, the planet of action, aggression, war, male energy, drive, sex drive, passion, the red car speeding down the highway, is moving into another fellow sign, fire sign, and that's Leo. So Mars in Leo is kind of make love, not war energy. And not only that, can be very aggressive, can be very extra. So let's try not to have extra. Let's not be extra in our communications. That's a lot of fire energy on the 16th and the 18th. So let's even that out. Hopefully on the 19th, when the sun moves out of Aries into Taurus, it will definitely ground us. That's a grounding earth energy. So feet on the ground. Be careful of travel. Travel could be hectic, the weekend, all of that. Be careful. People are going to be aggressive out there. So watch your driving, watch other people's driving too. Okay? Just try not to be so extra. Feet on the ground. Slow and steady wins the race, my friends. All right, let's get a message from your guides. This is for the Archangel Michael's Sword of Light deck. And there it is right there. Let's see what you got, Aquarius. And it's angels of healing are with you. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light, while Archangel Michael will enhance your strength. Okay, let's read on more about that. That's number 2. Excuse me. Okay. This is Archangel Michael talking. At this moment, I ask that you open yourself to healing. With your consent, I now use my sword of light to remove your energetic connections to the past and present that no longer serve you, especially those keeping you in a place of disease, injury, or addiction, Aquarius. The way things have been does not dictate the way things will be in the future. I'm severing your connection to any negative stories that may have formed in your mind to sow doubt that you will heal or fear that you will not get the care you need. Have confidence that you will get better. I urge you to now call on my brother, Archangel Raphael, to help you. Now here's Raphael's message. It is my honor to shine my emerald green rays of healing light down upon you. This light envelops your aura and begins the emotional process related to any physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual experiences that have led to your current challenges. I am also creating a beacon to attract the perfect health professionals to your path so that you can get the help that's just right for you. Be open to different methods of healing also. Get second opinions and more until you find what you need. Remember that green can also be related to the concept of abundance. So this green light helps bring in what you need to pay for your care, whether that be money, insurance, or assistance from others. Call upon me day or night, every day, and I will continue to intensify this light of healing around you. Believe in your recovery as we in heaven believe in you. Damn. So, just not regular healing, but it could also be abundance. And I feel for a lot of you Aquariuses, it's about abundance. And I'm glad that you're getting that healing. Your angels are there. Your angels are there. I love that. All right, let's get the vibe. Let's see what's up for this week. Thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Please hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Join the Vibe Tribe. Join the Vibe Tribe. Vibe Tribe. All right. Interesting. Okay, wow. Jesus. Okay. All right. Whew. There it is. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Everything in due time. Getting the mix right here. Temperance is getting the mix right. The universe is working in your favor. But there's a couple things that it's requiring of you in order for this to align, whatever this energy is. It's very good. I'll tell you that right now. The Empress is empowering yourself. There's a huge message here with the full moon. The full moon there. Moon's opposite the sun. Everything in balance. So maybe that full moon would probably put you out of balance. It's time to empower yourself. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is that sun in Taurus energy. Feet on the ground. I deserve this. I got this. King of Wands is making the change, baby. That's Leo energy. Your opposite sign. Take some strength. Move forward. Three of Pentacles is working and moving towards a group of people, okay? Which can be very beneficial. The Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups here is beautiful energy. You know, companionship. Open up to that. You're leveling up here, Aquarius, in some form or fashion. It does have to do with the job also. So there could be money coming your way. It's just partnerships in general. This is feel-good energy. That's a great energy for the week. That's incredible energy for the week. There's definitely something about a relationship here. Had some cards fall. All right, let's get some oracles. Let's get some more of this. See, it's already becoming exciting. With that Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I mean, I love that symbolism. Love that. But it's about empowering yourself. And, you know, it's time to step up your energy. Maybe heal that part of yourself that's impatient with the process of love. Or maybe waiting, you know, for a raise or something like that. There could be an impatience there. Wow. Movements, choices, and decisions to make this week. Go ahead and make them. You've got this. The time is right. Again, the Empress is out again. Another 3. Pay attention to 3, 3, 3. That's growth. Memories of love is maybe someone coming back in. That could be. And positive movement forward. That's all this is about this week, is growth and positive movement forward. Somebody coming back into the mix, maybe, and you have a choice to make. Is this divine timing? Why is this coming back around again? What am I to be paying attention for here? You know, interesting. Things have definitely changed. So let's see. Let's get some more. Let's get some Psychic Tarot for the heart, which leads us into the love portion of the reading. Okay. Release. It's time to release and make a decision here. Interesting. The Empress, again. 1, 2, 3, in 3 different decks. This is about taking your power back. This is also really nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. This is opening up to something here. Giving and receiving. Lots of that going on here. 3, 6, 9. Lots of manifesting here. Lots of 3s, lots of 6s. And strengthening bonds. New beginning here. An opportunity is being given to you. I wouldn't doubt if there's 3 opportunities. You got to choose. Also speaking your truth too, although there are no swords in this whatsoever. So, I mean, wow, Aquarius, this is great energy. This is moving towards positive energy. And the opportunities are given to you. Open up to them. You know, you could be saying, well, Jeff, I haven't had any opportunities here. Then you got to be open to them. You're closed off. All right, let's get some love. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting. Anything else? Yep. That's it. Okay. All right. Again, releasing yourself from the judgment of others, the judgment of yourself more than anything. It's time to make a choice here. Again, you're going to have choices. Choose the highest and the best for you. It's really empowering yourself to know what you're doing here, trusting your intuition, moving forward, being in touch with your emotions, speaking your emotions, moving towards change with the Knight of Wands, action moving in fast, actually. And look at that. Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles again. So, this is great energy here with relationships, moving into something new. Change is upon you. And the world completing a cycle. Could be traveling also. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or a fellow Aquarius. Wow. You may be traveling somewhere. This is great energy here. Positive movement forward. It seems like you got to make the choice. For some of you, something's coming back around that you need to make the choice of. But it's very good. I mean, the threes have it. Growth. Especially at work. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have? Messages of love for Aquarius. Because this energy looks great. Looks hot. That Mars and Leo definitely is hot. All right. Unavailable. This person is unavailable to give you all you deserve. Okay. You got some movement choices and decisions to make. Maybe that's what you need to do, is empower yourself and get out of that situation. Okay. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. Again, movements, choices, and decisions to make. Set yourself free from that. It looks like you deserve more and you could open up to it. I think you're afraid that, well, this is, it beats being alone, but it really, at the end of the day, you feel alone, And wait, the timing is not quite right. Okay. Again, movements, choices, and decisions to make. Take your time. Something's coming back around again. Let's not, again, that energy that's available this week, the flux of it, makes you want to rush forward. You really don't need to. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Remember I said that at the beginning with the Sun and Taurus. So take it one step at a time, strengthen the bonds. This looks like great energy. Feeling very empowered. And making it happen. Beautiful beginnings here. I love this energy here. So open up to it this week. Maybe that's part of the healing, is maybe letting go of some of this old shit. You know what I mean? Good for you, Aquarius. Never a dull moment. Let's get a closing message and see what they got to say. What do we have to wrap it all up for Aquarius? There it is. Focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what isn't working and towards what is. Paying extra attention to where you place your focus is the first step to creating an amazing life. Okay, you got some choices to make. What am I putting my focus on? And then there it is. Anything that you put your focus on brings it into your reality. So are we spending too much time in the past? We ruminating too much about the future? Or are we focusing right on our here and now? This opens up great doors, and change is needed this week for you, Aquarius. Make it happen. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Hit the bell notification and we'll let you know when I do post it. And I'm available for personal readings, booking for the rest of April and May, already booking up. In person and online, click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. And don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe, a growing collective of like-minded individuals who want to vibe higher and learn and grow and just vibe, baby. It's $4.99 a month. You get emojis and all kinds of perks, and I'm adding a lot more for the summer. So don't miss out, because there's going to be a lot that you can get that the public will not be able to, because you in the Vibe Tribe. So join today. All right, Aquarius, love, is it on its way? Only you can know if you put your focus on it and heal that part of yourself that says you're not worthy of it. All right, I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you on the weekend. Pisces, welcome. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your weekly tarot reading. This tarot reading is going to be for April 14th all the way to April 20th. Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. Spring has sprung. Has your spring sprung? I hope so, Pisces. I really do. I really, really do. Spring hasn't really sprung here. It's actually like November. Snow and all. It's ridiculous. I'm a little bummed out, because I thought we were going to get like this insta spring where it was like all of a sudden the first warm day and it doesn't stop. And I was hell bent on that. I think we're just going to get this beautiful spring. It's just going to boom. Wong, wong. Wrong. It's a good thing I didn't make like a public prediction about it. You know what I mean? My reputation would have went down the drain. But yeah, so spring is kind of sprung in, but it ain't sprung in the way I want it to sprung. You know what I'm saying? It's just... Anywho, that's what I get for living in the armpit of North America. I don't know. Just... Lord. Anyway, it could be worse. You know, I could be in Tornado Alley. Like, shut the fuck up. You know, so what? It's a little cold. At least I'm not, getting thrown 4 miles, or Jesus. I mean, count your blessings, you ungrateful bitch. Do you ever get like that sometimes? I just had that moment. You witnessed that moment. It's like, what are you talking about? I'm just trying to be like observational. Anyway, another wah kind of moment. But yeah, so let's talk about the astrology, shall we? April 16th, Mercury, the planet of communication, movement, choices and decisions, swift movement, messages. All of that is moving back into Aries and starting to move through the Zodiac. It's done bouncing back and fucking forth with the retrograde. It's out. It's ready to start moving forward. And now it's in Aries, pushing forward, pressing on. On the 18th, Mars, the planet of war, aggression, passion, energy, male energy, thrust. It's the Austin Powers symbol. Like, yeah, baby. That is moving into Leo, which really is, yeah, baby. Like, oh, behave. It's make love, not war energy. Although Mars in Leo can be pretty extra. So let's be careful with the drama. No one's videotaping the reality show that you believe you're in. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with that. Be careful with your driving. It's a weekend where there's holiday travel, so be aware of that. Be aware of your surroundings. Like Mars is that fast red car going down the street. You got to be careful. Leo is very dramatic. I got to get there. Settle the fuck down. Hopefully on the next day, the 19th, the sun is moving into Taurus and brings that, whoa. Okay, I know that we've been in this retrograde energy. I know that things are kind of stagnated, but slow and steady wins the race, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, easy. And then it's Taurus season. Yay. And it's a great time to like really, okay, you've got the mentality and the drive to do it. Now it's time to put it to work. Sun in Taurus to me is, all right, going out and tilling that earth, getting that earth nice and ready to go ahead and plant the seeds of your desires and nurture the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? But it takes time. That's kind of like what's going on with the energy right now. All right. So let's get a message from Archangel Michael from the Sword of Light Oracle deck. All right. And then we'll get to the tarot. So let's get a message for you, Pisces. Which one? That one. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream. I like that. I like that for you. I love the sparkles. Let's look it up. Number 33. Pay attention to the threes. I'm already feeling that today. All right. Things do not always turn out the way you expect or think you want them to. Now, Pisces, you do have a little brush with idealism, and that can be like totally not, it's the fantasy more than the reality of it, okay? There are many times in the human existence when the divine has brighter, more joyful ideas that you could imagine. It is only from a big picture viewpoint that you would be able to understand why things need to be the way they are. You must have faith in the process. Perhaps you really want a particular job, but someone else is chosen for the position. Then in time, you find another career path that is better aligned with your life purpose than the one that you previously thought you wanted. You are currently in or are about to experience a situation that feels like a disappointment, but rest assured that you will recognize it as a blessing in disguise with the passing of just a little bit more time. Consider this message a heads up, so you can minimize any initial unhappiness and instead trust that something wonderful is just around the corner for you. Don't hold on to your expected outcome. That's what screws it up. And don't hold on to your expected outcome so tightly that you don't see what result might even be better. This is the kind of situation where your guardian angels excel. Yes, of course, your archangels are here too. And Archangel Michael is always ready to help sever energetic ties to the emotional burden of dashed hopes. However, often the tweaking of your plans or the reworking of your expectations comes with your guardians from heaven, who are watching over you every moment of every day of your life. So, expectations lead to future disappointments. Be aware of that. But there's an energy here of a blessing in disguise, and that's okay. That's great. Sometimes we leave the variables out that life throws at us, All right, let's get the vibe for the week. What do we got? Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. And let's present the vibe. Oh, I like that one. I'm just coming up with all those sayings. All right, everybody. Okay. Is that my nose whistling? Do you hear my nose whistling? Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm bending these cards up so bad. I just can't help it. All right. Here we are, Pisces. The Four of Swords. Okay, there's a couple things here. Number one, you need some rest. I hope you're getting some rest, some quality sleep. You got to check that out. Maybe there's something up, Maybe you got too much cortisol running. Usually that's what it is. If you can't get some sleep, you got some cortisol coursing through that body of yours. You need to set yourself free from judgments of yourself and others. Stop thinking of, I have to prove myself to everybody else, or I'm doing this for everybody else's expectations, or you're just judging the situation harshly. What you need to embrace is your inner wisdom with the Hermit here. So there's something to be learned here, and it's not out there. It's the answer is within you. The Seven of Wands is a kind of a cautionary thing to say, protect your energy, from yourself and from others. Put up boundaries. You've got this. The inner knowing is going to get you out of whatever is going on here. The Nine of Pentacles to the Four of Wands, that's good energy. That's focus on abundance, focus on success and it working out because you deserve it. And the Four of Wands is celebrating. Could be about a home too, okay? Maybe it's just getting some rest at home or a focus on home. But it's time to do that. All right. Let's get some oracles. So, I mean, it could be some heavy energy here, but it's just you setting yourself free from these expectations. That's the big thing, you know, and putting up boundaries. Oh, those all came out like that. Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Whew. Work on your solar plexus this week. I am worthy. I am good enough. I have the confidence to see it through. I reignite my passion with the Ace of Wands here. Beautiful. Brings balance. Focus on balance. That's putting up boundaries also. But there's a balance here. And 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Another 9. Pay attention to 9, 9, 9. Inner wisdom, inner knowing that you deserve it leads to your wishes fulfilled. The numbers always connect in some way, shape, or form. And the way I'm looking at this is passion and balance. Passion ignited brings balance when the 3, you work on your solar plexus. Growth. I am deserving of this. Interesting. All right, let's throw some more oracles at it. Let's get more vibe for the week. What's the nuances here? What do we need to know? So this is about self-confidence. Boom. Did you see those fly across there like that? Jesus. Oh my God, look at that. You cannot make this shit up. Solar plexus energy. Confidence, baby. That's what it is. Release any judgments. The messages are so clear here. Solar plexus. Remember when I told you that the 3s were going to be important? There they are. Okay? Telling you. Spread your wings. Start making plans. Start making plans. And giving and receiving. 6 of Pentacles energy. Reciprocated. It's coming. There's lots of offers. Open up to them. I'm telling you. Put some of this, lack of self-confidence. You've got this. The universe has better plans for you than you could even possibly dream of. So open up to them because you deserve it. Absolutely. Excellent. And for some of you, come out of your hermit phase. All right, let's look at relationships and love. Let's see where that's going. What other ones flipped over? There we go. Anything else? That's it. Okay, what else? I'm guilty of it. I'll admit to it. Okay, so first of all, before I lose my train of thought, 9 of Wands is the only one showing right now. Another 9. This is let down your walls. So, again, letting down your walls in relationships. Another 9. You can't make this shit up. Look up the 9s. This is feeling good, looking good, deserving of it, especially when it comes to relationships. Creating the love and the life that you want without judgments, without putting up walls, without isolating yourself. It's time to release that and let your inner light shine. The confidence is what changes things. The Page of Wands is telling you take things way too serious, especially when it comes to relationships. Lighten the fuck up. Have fun. It's your lack of self-confidence that makes you take up too seriously. What do they really mean by that? Jeez. What did he really mean? I think it's because I'm not worthy. I must not be attractive. I must not. And it goes, and there goes the fucking snowball and the avalanche. And look at the Lover's card. Excellent. For some of you, letting down your walls and building that confidence to get into a relationship, a reciprocating energy, definitely. Because you've been asking for that. And it's time to put the judgments that you have of yourself and others to rest, and the expectations of it too. Fucking A, the 9s are speaking, baby. The 3s are speaking. Pay attention. Abundance is yours in every aspect of your life. It is doubling down on I deserve it. Work on solar plexus. Work on your solar plexus. Look it up. I've also got my chakra balancing meditation. If you're going to balance one, balance them all. Okay? All right, let's get messages of love. Look at that. Finances. Financial challenges are affecting this connection. Not any longer. If you open up to prosperity instead of this, I'm not worthy. You are worthy. You are worth your weight in gold. Forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. That's that judgment. That's setting yourself free, releasing that. And wait. The timing is not quite right. Okay. Maybe you want things to progress a little bit faster. Maybe you want it now. Veruca, honey, sweetheart, you're going to have to wait. The timing's not quite right. Okay? And fate, this is a destined partnership. Absolutely. For some of you. And twin flame, this is a divine counterpart connection. Open up to it. If you're not feeling it, that means there's something out there. Maybe a relationship ended for some of you Pisces, and one is better out there. Just wait. It all is getting your confidence and your passion ignited to make it happen. So, this little bit of devastating energy is a blessing in disguise because you open up to one fuck of a beautiful relationship. Damn. All right, let's get a closing message for you. My stomach is growling. I'm starving. Oh, we got two. Not just one, but two. Okay. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you've been given, both the subtle ones and the ones that you can't be missed, like in this reading today. These signs will help you to see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Now, contradicting message here, but listen, jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will always align in just the right way for you. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway, and this is that time. Now, wait, jump in. Wait, jump in. Wait, jump in. The only reason why two messages came out and they contradict this one is the wait, is because you have to pay attention. You can't jump in unless your confidence is boosted. You are in the right vibrational frequency. You have released your bullshit. You've gotten your rest, and then you can jump in, but not before. The timing's not right if you go in half-cocked. You know what I mean? Get it right, Pisces. You can do that. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, the freaking weekend is posted on Wednesdays or Thursdays. Hit the bell notification, and it will let you know when I do. And if you really thought about this reading as being one fuck of a spot-on reading, imagine what a personal reading with me in person or online can do. The possibilities are endless. Click the link in the description, and don't forget to join the Vibe Tribe, a collective of like-minded individuals vibing high, taking names and not fucking around. And I'm going to be adding more features to it. So there's a lot of perks, some that the public will not see, only you. Lots of stuff. Really fun stuff, too. I got a lot that I want to do, and I'm going to do it all because you fucking guys deserve it. So join the Vibe Tribe. It helps support the channel and me. Pisces, pay attention. Wait, jump in. You'll know. Work on that self-confidence, baby, because abundance is yours. I love you so much. I will see you on the weekend.